Go live now.
If it wasn't for my horse.
Good evening, denizens. Welcome to Session 3 of our Scion Demigod tale. I am your humble chronicler, Tyler, Eldritch Echoes Online, bound by fate to tell the tale of these mighty heroes. I will be your story guide for this awesome adventure. We are Vorpal Tales, and we have a variety of both terrifying tales and awesome adventures that we play most days of the week. Last week, our godlings bonded over donuts at the local Large Marge's Donut Barn franchise. They then dug deeply into the lore of the Mesopotamian pantheon in ancient days. Samyuk was able to help the party greatly in this regard with his access to archives in Iraq. Along the way, in an attempt to escape reporters, fans, and paparazzi, Root used his powers a bit too much and became fate-bound to what may turn out to be his favorite canary of all time. With his new friend Riley in tow, the group discovered that this may be a case of sisters fighting. They have not yet discovered the reason why, however. They did learn that they need to get into the Mesopotamian underworld and the key to do so. They did not much like what they found. Fate then intervened and delivered to each of them their closest fate-bound companions, much to their dismay, because the rules of the Mesopotamian held that they must leave someone behind to take their place if they are ever to leave. The group then made their way to a place where a portal to this particular underworld was still open and disgorging spirits and demons into the real world. They each gave up a belonging dear to their hearts, and with it, a small portion of their divine power. They then passed into the underworld, dreading the price they must pay to exit again. They discovered this underworld was dark, dry, and dreary, and the spiritual ennui left them all uncaring of anything until Takahiro bound his fate to that of Inanna's lapis lazuli scepter, unlocking its power. Re-energized, they found transportation and began their journey to ancient Sumer to find a way and gain the help of Inanna's ancient high priest. They were waylaid along the way by the ruling class of dead, and a skirmish ensued. Root had some of his life force drained, but the group unleashed their divine might and smote their enemies, one quite literally, into the ground. The session faded out with the party heading deeper into the darkness in search of new allies and more answers. Our cast of aspiring demigods are here, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Tell us all who you are, how people can find you online, and who you're playing.
At Space Force PJs, I'm playing El Pupo Morte, a awesome luchador, and excited to be here.
I'm excited that you are here. So, you can find me on the internet as Changeling Ever. My name is Ever, and my pronouns are they, them. Tonight I will be playing Samyuk Rivera, who is really wondering how he got into this mess. By the way, his pronouns are he, him. So, next.
I am Dwayne. You guys can find me on the internet at Made of Kimchi. Tonight I will be playing a Kami Speaker Tour Takahiro. Or Takahiro. God, I don't even know my own name. Jeez. Horrible. Next.
I am Tim. I am playing Eric, the Scion of Tyr, and you can find me on the internet at Othellos99.
I am Devin. I am playing the Scion of Loki. I am Root.
Alright, now that you know who we are, shameless plug time. Please remember to follow us and the Onyx Path on Twitch and leave comments when we aren't on the Onyx Path channel. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Vorpal Tales, and our website, vorpaltales.com. Come join our Discord. The link is on the website. Hang out and talk about horror and high adventure. And lastly, if you'd like to sub to the Onyx Path or Vorpal Tales on Twitch, this is September, meaning you get discounts. You should go check it out. See, the dog agrees. As far as Scion Demigod goes, the Kickstarter was funded in 2 hours and is still live and has punched through, last I checked, 8 stretch goals and counting. Still has a week to go, so make sure you check it out if you haven't already, before all that awesome stuff disappears. A special thank you tonight to Onyx Path Publishing for always being awesome, to the people who play their games, to Astral Tabletop for providing the tabletop we use to roll bones and play music, and last but not least, at N8Mid for our endless list of custom Astral character sheets, including this one. And with all that out of the way, it's time to forge some legends. So you 5 have been stuck in that van with 6 fate-bound with you for almost 2 weeks now. Tell the audience how that's been going.
Sweaty. I imagine. It's probably sweaty, a little cramped, a little musty. What's the air outside like, I wonder?
Dry and sad.
It's dry and sad. Okay, so it's musty and sad inside the van.
And we must get out of the van.
Right.
But
We have to stop every 2 hours because, like,
Humans have to pee.
Well, no, somebody's got a weak bladder and can't hold it for, like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, we've got to let the humans go pee.
Which is hilarious because you haven't had a drink since you got here. Because remember, that's the thing about the Sumerian underworld: no liquid.
Tell that
Well,
to their
that and-
bladders.
We get out and stretch, even though we don't really see the point of even stretching. Because, ennui.
Yeah, I imagine even with the immense amount of ennui going on, Riley and Hitomi are just giggling the entire time.
100%.
I imagine El Pupo Morte is trying to, like, keep him hyped every once in a while by just, like, cutting a promo on him. Like, you got to keep going, man. You got to keep going. We're going to do this. It's going to be awesome. And just, that sort of thing. And everybody's like, well, maybe. But then, like, 5 minutes later, it's just like, oh, man, this sucks.
I forgot I don't have pants and I'm sitting on a metal. There's no cushions in this car.
Oh, right. Oh, man, the chafing.
Yeah.
Just the burns alone. Just,
Do you have a signature pose?
Maybe.
I think you just blew his mind.
I mean, yeah, he would have to, like, right before he hits that finisher. But because he does it off the ropes usually, he can't really do it correctly on the ground. So it's not, yeah.
It's some weird thing where you're acting like an
Yeah,
octopus.
one of those things that you would have to be on the ropes for it to make sense. Otherwise, if you're just standing there doing it, it's like,
Right, because it's like he
you're
bounces
like a
off the
flailing
ropes,
chicken.
kind of lays down for a moment, like all chillax, but then bounces up and backflips onto people. It's really cool, but
I do feel like you entered the ring like Vince, where you're just throwing your arms around.
no,
feel like-
you don't enter the ring like a jackass like that. That's terrible. No, you enter with,
you're
like, some
throwing your arms
poise
around
and-
like you're.
Oh yeah,
I
every
mean-
once in a while he's just like he just does that.
Like an
But,
octopus.
right, like an
Yeah.
octopus.
I would pay money to see Tyler do that again.
Oh, I can do the Vince ring entrance really well. I perfected
Yeah.
it once to annoy Steve.
You basically just put a stick up your ass and act like you have a lot of money and march down the thing like an idiot.
And your arms are rubber bands.
The
So you
smile
shove
takes
his-
work though because you have to
And then he
smile
just
with
like
your
the
neck.
whole like death thing. Yeah, it's just a thing.
The smuggest of smiles.
Sometimes he's on top of the van, just like leaping off of it and back on, and it's really like making the suspension crunch. And I'm sure the van itself is like, why does he have to jump off me all constantly? It's really annoying.
And also, the van has developed a squeal rattle. The engine doesn't have any working belts, and there's nothing
Oh,
underneath
God.
to fall off, but it makes the squeal rattle, but it's a really quiet, faint squeal rattle. So if you stop and
Good.
can't find it, it's really annoying, but not annoying enough to deal with.
Like my car.
It's been happening for days now.
Maybe we should just WD-40 the whole damn car.
You don't have any. That's a liquid. Someone would have to pour it into your grave.
Huh. Anybody got cell service?
Is it possible to contact the outside world and tell
Nope.
everybody no? Nobody's gonna pour one out for their homies or anything like that?
You don't have graves because you're actually dead. Wouldn't matter anyways.
Right, but I mean, they could pour they get like an action figure of me, I would imagine, like pour it
No.
on that.
Has to have an actual grave.
They could bury that action figure, and
Yeah, if they buried it properly in the ancient Sumerian style with the receptacle for the liquid, yes, that would work.
I'm sure somebody could find this on the internet. Like,
Nope, no signal because you're in the underworld.
this is unacceptable.
After
Could I-
your
could
second
I
whole
rub
week,
the mace on it?
I mean, you could, but that mace has got edges sharp enough to cut glass. You're gonna ruin that screen.
Yeah.
So, a week after your run-in with the energy vampires, which is a week after you got here, you can finally see a city on the gloomy horizon. It is, of course, full night, because that's the only time you can see anything farther than 30 feet is during the night cycle. And like I said last week, the farther you go in, the more time seems to rewind, and the areas you're entering are reflecting their ancient selves. So you have made it back into Iraq by now. Which means you've crossed the world in the underworld from Asia to Iraq. But it's ancient Iraq now. Everything is masonry and sandstone. Ancient concrete. Probably some aliens with sonic technology, if National Geographic is right. You know. With the city on the horizon, you can also see something very, very large seems to be attacking a particular house on the outskirts of the town. It's about a half a mile away from you. Good line of sight at nighttime here because the moon lights everything up like twilight. The thing attacking the house is a hybrid with a very hairy body that's female in shape, with the head of a lioness, and the ears of a horse or donkey, incredibly long and sharp nails, the lower legs and feet of a bird with bird nails, and very large wings. It's anthropomorphic and stands bipedal, except the legs are, of course, reversed. The thing looks like it's about 30 or 40 feet tall. It's massive.
It's attacking the city?
Just one particular house.
How far away is it now?
About a half a mile. You can see it because of how huge it is. It's basically a small kaiju.
We should check that out.
Hey, Shooty McGee. Can you make that? I mean, it's big enough, isn't it?
I want to make that shot.
You should try. Lay up on top of the van.
You gonna hold this? It's not gonna fall on me, is it? The roof. If I lay on top of the van, the roof's not gonna cave in, is it?
Maybe.
So
80-20.
The vehicle, of course, is powered by supernatural energies in the underworld. So no.
All right.
Until Takahiro exits the vehicle, nothing bad will happen. Once Takahiro leaves, his power ends, and it will stop carrying.
Good. Someone duct tape him now. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll lay on top of the roof.
Okay.
And
Looking at it through the scope and getting a much better, closer look at it, you remember talking about something similar to this description with Samyuk back in Iraq. One of the super demons of Sumerian lore, one of the Titan spawn, Lamashtu, looks like that. You immediately recognize a single bullet will not kill it. Get its
Probably
attention,
not
though.
shoot.
You're just gonna make it angry.
Can Sammy tell what it is from her?
It's Lamashtu, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't have to drag Sammy up here and stick
Right.
scope to eyeball.
All you gotta do is yell down and say, "Hey, that looks like Lamashtu," and Sammy will be like, "Oh, yeah, you're right."
Hey,
And it's
by
not
the
the
way-
Lamashtu, it is Lamashtu. Like, that's its name. There is only one.
There can only be one.
It is a Titan spawn, meaning this isn't going to be a simple kick some vampire's ass thing to deal
So,
with.
even though his name is Lamish 2,
Hers.
there is no Lamish 1.
Correct.
Nope.
Also, you're
No.
fired.
I am so
No.
proud and also so angry. I'm proud because you made it. I'm angry because I didn't make it.
It's fair.
I can't believe you missed it.
Oh man.
It's fair. So,
So yeah, I.
does anybody have any? Well,
One bullet's gonna do anything but piss
get
us
its
off.
attention. You do have the scope, though, which is the equivalent of really, really good binoculars. You could scan around if you
Oh.
wanted to and see what else
Yeah,
is happening.
what's going on with the house? Like, what's the house look like?
It's just another of the houses. They all have the same basic style. Close set
Okay,
inside
so-
ancient walls. But most of the ones around it don't seem to have occupants, and/or the occupants are those see-through ephemeral ghosts. This one has a solid person that looks modern, something like you guys. Very Middle Eastern in origin, but definitely wearing modern clothes. And solid. And as you look through the scope, he's actually running into the house, diving under a piece of furniture, which you can't see anything then because he's inside the house.
Right. Hey guys, there's a person here.
Oh.
Like a human person? Are you
It-
sure it's not some strange entity?
Like a real person?
It looks like a real person.
Are you seeing things?
I'm seeing a lot of things. It's a scope.
Person in danger.
But yeah, no, he just dove into the house. It's getting slowly, well, possibly rapidly destroyed.
We should help.
Dumb human makes dumb decision.
We do
Well-
have a mission that we need to get done, in a decent amount of time.
Right.
Do you remember what your mission was?
It's a really good question.
To find
Your mission
Schuber.
Your mission was to find the Scion of Inshubur, who was in this city. A Scion who's a person like you from the modern era.
Yes. I leap towards Lamassu and
Okay.
come down with an elbow.
Wow.
It's actually a half a mile away,
We're
so I mean, it's the greatest
Still
ring
tries and
toss
just
ever.
goes, "Phew."
He still tries it and just hits the floor.
Can I burn? Can I imbue a legend and do some scale and just like
Into his legs.
Well, I could throw you.
that? I mean, maybe.
Well, I specifically got that one. That's one
It do get help.
boon, fastball special, which is specifically for throwing.
Yeah, but that only throws you like extra meters for like the scale of, or for the amount of dots or whatever you have.
I don't remember what.
Yeah, but he could imbue scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At scale 3, it would go from meters to yards, and from yards to a lot more. Or, not meters to yards. Meters to
So-
kilometers, and from kilometers to a lot more.
I turn to Root and I'm like, throw me.
You could invoke
Yes.
a title if you can convince me of which one applies to view legend. Using a title for legend gives you scale 3.
Guide of Law.
How are we using that in this particular instance?
Because the law of physics is behind the force that I'm chucking him with.
And he's guiding him to his objective with it.
Like a missile. A law-guided missile.
You can have +1 enhancement for that, but it doesn't work for the power. Because that's funny. You got enough titles, though. I'm sure you've got one that would apply here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of one.
Saving a Scion, aiding an ally,
Yeah.
saving the world.
Living dedication to life.
That'll work. Imbue a point of legend into that, and then go ahead and do your might plus athletics roll. You only need one success at that scale.
Now,
Good.
Well, it depends. If you throw them like a softball or a baseball, it's 1 success. But if you want to throw him in the air so he can come down like a missile, you need 2.
Well, let's see how this goes then.
Or you
Now-
can just burn that free enhancement I just gave you.
while he's throwing him, can I shoot and make its attention turn towards us so we can land square in his face?
Sure.
I like this plan.
Oh, that's definitely not right. I would love for that to be right, but that's definitely not right. What do I still have clicked? Oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's way too many dice.
Yeah, that's way too many dice.
You do.
And that still wasn't the right amount of dice. But, 1 success. Wait, why did it only roll 2?
What?
I have more than 2. How do
You
roll
broke
2?
it.
No. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, divinity dice. That's right.
Yep. Which, you need to roll those.
And I got nothing on.
Okay.
All right.
You succeed if you burn that enhancement I just gave you.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you can shoot with or without imbuing divinity, Eric, but without divinity, it may or may not notice a regular human bullet, you know.
Yeah, no, I'll
The Titan spawn.
imbue it. I'll imbue it.
Okay, give us a title.
The Bloody Reacher.
Okay. Go ahead and roll firearms plus dexterity, and then give us an epic description of a half-mile shot with a divinely imbued bullet. Not what it does, but how it looks.
Alright. Let's roll.
Roll the divinity dice. Thank you.
Oh, thank God. So, when I pull it, my arm lights up because it has to. Because I imbued, right?
Yep.
Alright, so as my arm
Yeah.
lights up.
For both of you, I forgot. I apologize. Root,
Yeah.
you need to tell us your omen because you used legend.
Oh, yeah. So, the visage that I had currently dissolves as Root stands 7 foot tall and has moss just suddenly grow out of their hair, and vines start creeping down her face and all across her body, and glow that wonderful green color.
Okay, now you, Eric.
Alright. As I lay there, my arm lights up and goes silver. And as the runes start appearing down my forearm towards my hand, wolves howl off in the background. And when I pull the trigger, the whole rifle lights up with runes down the barrel. And out comes this magnificent blast of light from the muzzle brake. And this almost like a double helix spinning bullet comes flying out to hit the target.
I'm for it. Roll it.
Right. What am I rolling?
Dexterity plus firearms.
I got 3 successes. Or do I gotta roll again?
Oh, I did not see that roll. I apologize. I was messing
okay.
with volumes. Okay, we get the automatic damage success. 2 successes is not enough to imbue critical, but you can put the other 2 successes towards damage scale if you want, because you can do up to 3 damage for the scale.
Alright, well let's go ahead and do that then.
Okay. So the bullet hits its target dead on right in the back of the neck where the neck meets the head. And it hits the feathers there. And you actually see sparks fly. And those of you with supervision, the bullet flattens. And it leaves a dent in the feathers that are not made out of feather. They're metallic. And as it wings around, you see that they're obsidian black feathers. They're not just obsidian black feathers, they are obsidian. Razor sharp.
What's stealing my thunder?
Oh,
Oh!
It is! And remember, in
Um,
ancient days, people used to use obsidian, supposedly, for surgeries because it could be sharpened to such a point you wouldn't even feel it cut you.
actually,
You'll be
they still
fine.
have obsidian blades
I know.
for scalpels today.
Yep,
They just dull really quick.
that's the catch. But not for a super being.
Nope.
Roll initiative.
Guys, I think we need a tank.
Thought you were the tank.
Roll initiative, and then after initiative, we'll resolve the octopus landing on razor sharp feathers. Everything will be fine.
Oh, we do have initiative in this game.
Oh,
Oh no.
don't you have super stamina or something?
What's initiative again? Oh,
The initiative button.
Yep, that should be working now. Nathan, take a look at that.
Do I
Come
need
on,
to
go.
have anything? I don't need to have anything selected.
Yeah,
though,
I
right?
need-
Yeah, Scion requires you to roll your cunning plus whichever skill you're
Oh,
using
well.
to activate the battle. So in this
Maybe not.
case,
I gotta redo that then.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Mine too.
it's going to be close combat for you, Octopus.
Hunting and firearms for me.
It's going to be firearms for you because you'll continue. And then you other 3 just gotta. What are you gonna focus on in the fight?
I got a 24.
Well, survival.
Well, the first thing I'm planning on doing is removing the humans. The squishy bits.
Yeah.
No, Eric, for initiative, you gotta use the initiative button.
I did use the initiative roll.
Oh.
That's weird.
Oh, it's just adding it together. I see. Never mind. You're good. Okay. What are you doing
Wait,
again
how's
there,
survival?
Root? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Saving squishies.
Okay. So, with brute force, finesse, or lies?
Oh,
Subterfuge.
Well, I mean, there's no real good reason to lie to them. Except because it's fun. So yeah, let's just lie to them because it's fun.
So use subterfuge. Sammy?
So I was thinking survival because I don't want to die, for one, and then resolve for the steadfastness that Sammy has.
Has to be a skill. So, and since cunning's a skill that's automatic, survival would be if your combat actions are going to involve using the environment to your advantage.
Oh well, thunder, lightning, very very frightening.
Yep, let's do it. And then what about you,
Hallelujah.
Takahiro?
You have to yell at when you call that down now.
Thunder. Well, I was gonna say close combat, but technically I have to drive the van up to the battle.
No, you could all get out and run, especially those of you imbuing legend. I'm just going to say you can just move at the speed of heroes. If you're not imbuing legend, though, yeah. Running a half mile is going to make you run out of breath and take a hot minute. And also, I'm looking for what your approach is going to be in the fight as a whole, not on the first turn, so close combat still
It'll be
works.
close combat, yeah.
Roll them, anybody who hasn't.
Man. Well, I'm dead last.
That's everybody.
Okay, let's rack them up. Hero got 6. Sammy got
3.
Yes, 3. The magic
Sure.
3.
Whoa. Alright then. Dice are once again in my favor, unlike last time. I apologize. No, I don't. Okay. As usual, we're going to use our preferred Vorpal method of slower people declare actions first, so faster people can react, since combat all happens at the same moment. However, between Eric and Pulpo, who has the highest dex? Because you're tied.
Mine's at 5.
Dex?
Yeah.
3.
Alright. So, El Pulpo, you will be last. What are you going to do? This will not... You're going to land before the fight starts. What are you going to do after you land, whether or not you get shredded?
Oh, I'm going to land on them with an elbow drop.
Right, that's going to happen before the fight starts. So what are you going to do once it's your turn? Assuming you're still on it.
I might try to, like... You said the thing was big, right?
Kaiju big.
Then I'm going to try to grapple its toe.
Okay.
Come here.
Eric, what are you going to do when it's your turn?
I'm gonna shoot it again.
Sammy, what are you going to do when it's your turn?
Lightning.
Takahiro.
Do. I'm gonna go up and give it a whack with this mace.
And Root.
I'm seeing how I can save the squishies a little bit. Or do they not really need saving at distance?
There's only one that it can hurt. The rest are ghosts. And you'd have to move into the house to see.
No.
which
He
you
means
can do.
our squishies.
Yeah, our squishies.
The ones in the
You'd have
van.
to specify how you want to do that. Without
Uh,
knowing if anyone got hurt yet, because the monster goes first.
Mm.
Ugh.
Is there any way that I could just quickly use Pierce the Veil and basically have the car shuffleboard its way like an extra couple miles away?
Sure. Are you going to stay in it?
No, because...
Okay. So you're going to shuffleboard them away and hope no ghosts and vampires eat them.
Well, it's either that or hope that that thing doesn't have a very, very large area attack, because you said it's kaiju-sized, so I mean, they're not exactly safe within range of us.
Pretty sure that thing's gonna be pretty pissed off at the guy that just landed on its face first.
Yeah, but if it has a very, very large area attack, then everything in the area that's human is dead.
True.
And no, I'm not automatically saying monsters will eat them. I'm just making sure you know it's a possibility if they're 2 miles away from you. Basically, I'll roll a random % chance, and it will be small, 5-ish% out of 100.
Okay. I mean, it's better than getting crushed.
Yep. Lamash do, knowing what you're all going to do. Yes. We'll activate World Shaking this turn. Okay. Oh. Sorry, Sammy. I saw you say you were back and never clicked the button. Alright. No one needs to see Sammy.
I have invisibility as a new power now.
Apparently. One moment, I'm opening up the superpowers that closed on me. Oh.
Ha.
So many cool powers I can use to kill people. They must be scrolled through. World Shaking! Forces me to use 1 tension, so you know. And 10 million dice to get 1 success. Yeah, good. She disrupts the ground. She actually just reaches back and then falls forward into lion form, because when she hits the ground, her elbows are also bent backward, and now she just looks like a really large lion monster hybrid. And when she hits the ground, everything around her shakes and rumbles. Most of the houses collapse, and everything cracks and breaks, and the earth goes up and down and heaves and tosses. And anyone who's standing on the ground, which is all of you except El Pulpo at this exact moment, are flung sideways and are all flat, are all prone when your turn starts. And that's its move action. Then it will activate Weather Tyrant. The moon is immediately blocked, and now your sight line is down to about 60 feet because it's like daytime here again. And then the wind picks up, blowing that horrible dry dust that chokes everything into the air. And then the sky starts crackling with that weird silver lightning.
Am I still on top of the van when
Yep.
it falls? Or... Oh, okay, so I'm still.
And I just rolled to hit a random target, and it was you. Vans apparently are collected.
Wait, the same van that the humans are in?
Yes, but they're insulated. He's not. He's outside.
Wait, what do I gotta?
You don't gotta do nothing except get electrocuted. Hold on.
Okay. Just stay there and zap. Oh man.
Okay. Could have been a lot worse. Would you like to roll your defense and set it for the fight? The answer is yes.
Yes.
To do that, And remember, as demigods, if you roll less than 3 successes, you just get 3. You can never have less than 3 defense as a demigod.
Well, I got 3.
3 it is, which means the lightning hits and crackles and burns, and it's like watching the Emperor get electrocuted. And smoke blows out your ears, and one of your eyes turns all bloodshot, and you take 2 injuries. Like, that lightning bolt was massive. It covered the entire van, and for a second you couldn't see it. Titan spawn are scary. El Popo, you land, but you don't land on the razor wings. I'm not that much of a dick. And you land right on its forehead.
Okay, cool.
Please roll might plus close combat. Roll the divinity dice. Alright. Catastrophic success.
Okay.
I will be happily take
Tension dice.
nope, not tension,
Not
Collision
doom.
or
collateral.
Collateral?
Yes.
collateral. Yes. Collision, collateral.
The shockwave of you hitting on the head as it's stomping the ground causes 3 or 4 more extra houses to collapse, as I discharge the collateral pool because I finally hit 10.
Oh.
Oof.
Just as Root didn't do that. Root was saving the people, so nobody has gone after the guy in the house yet. His house collapses. Probably not good.
Huh.
Part of it falls into a crack in the ground. You have 5 successes.
Uh-huh.
And you can do up to 2 extra injuries for scale, and that would not leave enough for critical. So what do you want to do with the other 2 successes?
I would
From the
like
close combat
to...
stunt chart.
Close combat.
Yep.
Great. I would like to...
I thought he was grappling his toe.
That's his
I would like
turn.
to-
This is resolving the surprise round.
Oh. Oh, God. Oh.
Can I blind it?
An eye for an eye.
Blinding says 1 success.
Yeah, let me make sure he's not immune and waste your thing if you can't. Hold on. I should be mean and tell you you'd have to find out, but I'm actually going to look. Lamashtu is not immune to blinding, it just kicks in a different flare.
Okay, is it immune to knockdown or trip?
Yes.
Boo. Then...
You can still put it in a chokehold. I have faith in you.
Worst case scenario, he can slow it down from charging someone, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds great.
You want to initiate the grapple? Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a total of 3 damage. You land on its head and the shockwave breaks the ground, but you're not sure you actually injured it.
Oh.
In mechanical terms, his defense is 4. You must exceed 4 injuries to actually hurt it.
How many injuries did I get?
3.
Oh, wow.
1 short, yep. If you'd had enough extra successes for the critical, you'd have done an injury. Okay. Describe to us how you land on its head and then do an epic wrestler drop to the ground and then throw yourself at a razor sharp claw, even though it cuts you open and you bleed everywhere, you do not care.
So he comes down with like the elbow onto it, and then using the momentum off of that, he does a flip, just using his elbow as flip, like thing that he uses to catapult his flip. So he flips backwards and just like dives down, probably into the claw as it's like coming up to grab him, but then he sort of like rolls with that and then lands on the ground and just like hugs his biggest toe.
I'm for it. Front paw or rear paw? Mostly for flair.
Front paw.
Front paw. You automatically take run injury from the razor claws. You are grappling, and so now let's resolve the grapple to see how much effect you have. So roll might plus close combat again for your actual turn.
Is it might plus athletics?
If it's better, you can do it, yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter for me, honestly.
Right.
But
You can use either.
grappling is on my keyword, though, so let me do that. Okay.
Use that.
3 successes.
Roll them divinity dice.
Boo. Come on, Divinity Dice. Wake the fuck up.
Yeah, give us more collateral. It's a tie this turn, which means it does not free itself, which is what you want. You either want a tie or a win.
Cool.
Okay. Back to my initiative. I apologize. I have too many documents. Back to the one as the initiative. Okay. Nope. Next we have Root. Do what you must do to activate your power.
It just activates. And
Is this is this from one of your purviews, or is this other words?
It's liminal power.
So it is from a purview.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a
So
imbuing
you have
point.
to.
That's what it is.
Okay. What are we gonna imbue it to?
Oh.
You've already imbued your legend, and you haven't removed it yet. So you could swap it, or you could put it in a title. Doesn't actually affect the power; it just lets us know scale.
Well, can I continue using the same title that I've already invoked for the scene?
Yeah, I'll let you swap between the powers because the other one would drop, which is fine.
Okay, then living dedication to life.
Okay,
And I'm going to...
you can describe it for us.
Alright. I'm gonna look at the... From the ground, kind of get up a little bit, look at the thing. Look a little bit freaked out for a second. Look back to the car and just completely calm-faced. Alright, this will take just a minute. We're just gonna be fine. We're just gonna let you sit safe over there. Don't worry, everything will be great. And I tap the back of the car, and basically the car just goes careening forward on its own.
And at the very last second, Riley rolls out, pulls out her cell phone. Hers works for some reason and says, No, I'm recording this.
Damn it.
Ow, the-
Make it a good angle!
Takahiro!
Okay.
What are we imbuing? Your legend or a title, first off?
Oh. Wait, what?
You're imbuing a title so you can cover that ground, remember?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Plus it'll tell us scale for your effect.
Let's go with Purifier of Heretics. Legendary title. Wow.
Okay. Let's do it.
So since I've used a legendary title, my bald head little rice sprouts start to flow out. And I get the fox ears. Boing. And then I rush. And what does this staff do? This mace do again?
You don't know yet.
Oh, great.
Hit it.
Awesome. But being the guardian that I am, I actually have to do a whole bunch of stuff before I can even do anything. So I have to, at the start of a combat scene, I have to roll my knack skill with one enhancement, but then my other knack gives me another enhancement for all applicable rolls or stunts that are gained from knacks.
Okay, make the roll to see if you get the 2 enhancements or just the 1 free one.
It just says knack skill. What is that? Is
So
it whatever.
knacks are based on titles. Each title has a skill attached to it, typically a keyword. I'm sorry, the purview the keyword comes from has 2 skills attached to it. Do you know what
So
purview the keyword came from? If not, we can find out.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Yeah.
You got the book, or do you want me to look it up?
No, I have it. I actually, because I
Okay.
put them under each calling.
Nice, you're organized.
So I knew
So yeah,
exactly which one it was.
In my case, you can pick either of the 2 skills the purview lists. Whichever one applies more in this instance.
2 skills that the purview list?
Yeah, which purview is this from?
No, this is a knack.
Right, but the knacks come from keywords. Where'd the keyword come from? Or, I'm sorry, not purviews, the calling.
Calling. Oh yeah, it was guardian.
Okay. And do you have the 2 skills from Guardian listed?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I didn't
Guardian.
remember what those- Wait a second. What are you talking about?
See if Hero has it, or if I need to pull open.
I'm looking.
No, Hero doesn't have it. We need Origin.
So many books. Sorry, guys. Apparently, I'm ill prepared.
Nope, this is good, because then people watching who haven't played know how it works. And it will only take us a second. Origin! Okay, here we go. Guardian, page 106 in the Origin.
I do not see. I mean, I see Guardian, but
Which one are we activating? Which knack? I apologize.
so the first one is Fortress, and the second one is a Purpose.
Defense for a fortress. Purpose. Yeah, these are all defense.
Oh.
So the skill in this case would be the one you're going to use to defend them, because you're not actually rolling personal defense. You're rolling dice to misdirect the attack.
So what would that be?
You're just trying to hit it with the mace, right?
Right, yeah.
And you're trying to distract it from attacking who?
Well, because my
Basically, Pulpo's going to get stepped on. Sammy Yuke's
Right.
pretty far back still, where the truck originally was, just casting lightning bolts. Eric was on top of the truck. The truck disappeared, so he just kind of landed on the ground and pulled out his tripod. He's next to Sammy Yuke. And so yeah, the only one close to the monster is Pulpo. There's also the guy
Alright.
buried in the house.
Well, since I actually don't know who the guy is, I guess it would be.
No, but you know that he's the one you're here for, because
Oh,
he's
is
the
it?
only
Okay.
Scion you've seen in 15 days.
He smelled like it.
No, you could tell he was human and he looked just like you. And then now that you're this close, Sense Divinity kicks in.
Okay. All right, then I will make him my charge.
Okay, so In that case, you would want to pull the monster away from the house, which means closer to you. So, let's just use close combat in this instance. The harder you hit it, the more it's going to want to step on you. Make it easy. No trickiness necessary.
So just straight up close combat.
Plus might, just a regular attack roll, or as if you were doing a regular attack roll. So basically, you're going to roll it twice, once to get the enhancement, and once for the actual attack. Okay. One success is enough, because it's a simple success, so you get your enhancements. Now you can roll the actual attack. Two successes for a total of 4. You get 1 damage automatically. Did you use calling, or did you use a legendary title when you abused? I assume yes.
Yes, it was a title.
So you could add. You could add 2 more injuries for a total of 3, which will not leave enough for the critical hit stunt, which means you have 1. No, you have 2. Yeah, have 1 enhancement left over that you can use on any close combat stunt from the list.
Close combat. Where are you at? How about faint?
Okay, tell us what that does.
So it is a very you can spend variable successes on it. For every success spent on faint, you generate enhancement on your or an ally's next attack against the opponent you're attacking. You must designate the ally gaining the enhancement bonus when you make this attack. So I will
Lightning bolt, bullet, or wrestling.
give it to the lightning bolt.
Okay. Remember
Sammy,
your extra enhancement, Sammy.
You have an enhancement.
Okay. And because you hit it with the mace, unexpected things happen. That's enough.
My hand falls off.
When you swing with the mace, it hits the monster, and it releases a shockwave, and the shockwave actually pushes the monster sideways along with Pulpo and pushes you back. It makes that cool metallic movie shockwave sound. And where you hit it, the skin actually crystallizes and it shatters. Llama Stew howls in a rage. He literally broke part of its leg off. Apparently in this place, that weapon is amazing.
I did a thing.
Cool. Have fun with that.
Yeah, we should totally put that in the barrel of my gun and fire it like a harpoon.
Wouldn't work.
Damn.
Must be wielded in the hand of a hero. Sumerians don't shoot from range, yo.
What?
Okay.
Do get help.
You have caused it 1 injury.
After all that.
And it has 10. So,
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Titan Spawn are the hardest fights in this game, for anyone who did not know that.
Well, we're boned.
Moving on to Sammy. Don't forget your enhancement.
Heck yes. Thank you for that.
So,
Alright.
you can first roll survival plus dexterity in this case. Nope, you're at pretty far range. Now I'm going to let you use dex because dex is better for you. Cunning is worse. So yes, roll survival plus dexterity and then describe for us what your awesome Sammy Lightning Bolt looks like. Because even though you're in the underworld, it manifests as if it came from your pantheon.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm gonna roll that. 2 successes. So for the viewers, that looks like a combination of things. So Sammy's pantheon is the Incan gods, basically. And I chose to focus Peru. It's very heavily like earth and sky. So Sammy reaches his hands up to collect some lightning, and when he does, his ley lines across his skin start to glow, and his eyes as well. This bright neon blue. But as he brings his hands down, the lightning begins to come up from the earth as well. And then he takes his hands and he shoves it at the Lamashtu, and the lightning explodes from his hands, specifically directed from the ley lines on his skin.
Okay, and are you imbuing legend to actually give this enough power to maybe do something?
Yes.
Which one?
Oh.
Or which legendary titles, I should say.
Oh, debating, because there's two that are really great. Let's go with Threshold of the Liminal.
Okay,
And I click the circle or the square?
the square.
Okay.
So you got 3 success. Oh, roll your divinity dice. Oh, there it is. Catastrophic success. Also, that pushes you to 4 successes. So you can do the 3 injuries everyone else has been doing, but with the catastrophic success, you will also get through its defenses and cause an injury. Lightning bolt hits, and the crack actually deafens everyone in the group for the next turn, causing you all to have a +1 penalty to rolls, and your ears bleed a little. But it actually
God.
injures the monster. It would not have otherwise.
I'm sorry.
Oh god, like I'm not getting. Me and Lightning are not being friends today, huh?
Okay. Eric, it's your turn.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to shoot again, because that's all I really got at the moment.
You've already got your legend imbued, so you don't need to change anything, so you can just roll firearms plus dexterity.
I can do that. Click that, and
Then please describe. Well, you already did a bullet description. We're good.
yep, not much really that's gonna change, but my aim might. Probably to somewhere where they've done damage to it already. I'm gonna actually. Where did the lightning hit again?
Everywhere.
Oh,
Her lightning
everywhere?
bolts are massive too.
Oh, great.
It
Well, I
doesn't
don't-
have any specific injury spots except where its leg broke, and that didn't create a weakness. It's just it seems where that mace hits in the Sumerian underworld crystallizes what it hits.
Got it. Fair. In that case, I'm just gonna fire again. Damn the torpedoes.
Roll those divinity dice. Aw. Okay. You fire with your gun. Now you're really making it mad, because that's twice. El Pulpo.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can continue slowing it down. And maybe break off a claw.
Alright. 2 successes.
Roll them divinity dice.
2 successes.
Oh.
Okay.
Epic.
Allow me to look at those stunts real fast. Because you can feel your grip slipping as it pulls free. See if there's anything else you can do besides devote them all to grapple.
Fight it.
Um,
Not
Knock
good.
it down.
Can I do takedown?
It's immune to. I think.
Is it immune to takedown?
I thought I heard him say that.
Knockdown. The takedown's
Knockdown.
different.
Yes. So it pulls free, but you can devote all those successes beyond the first one to shove, pushing it back away from the houses of the party so you can rush in and grapple again next turn.
Yeah, that's what I do. That sounds
It's
good.
very wrestling, yes, pushing against the ring. Describe that for us epically.
So
This thing
he,
is like 90 feet tall.
Okay, so this gets weird. So he actually like is grappling this toe, which just doesn't make any sense. But then he like does a hurricane run on the toe, which means he like climbs up the toe and like gets his legs around it and then spins, and then that causes it to just go flying somehow, and it slams into like some already like debris buildings, and then he goes like running after it.
I approve. It makes a howling noise. And it's baleful and it echoes all across the underworld and bounces across the fields and off the mountains in the distance. And you all start hearing a buzzing noise that gets louder and louder, and you look in the distance and a giant cloud of what look like miniature llama stews, only locust size, are swarming towards you. A city-sized cloud.
No, this is bad.
As it activates Eye of the Swarm. And then I gotta look up the other one. Let's see what this does. What horrible, horrible things this does. And then Vengeful Blood activates automatically as a result of Takahiro hitting it. And where it's shattered, its blood splashes out, but the drops are massive. And each drop that hits the ground stands up and is an undead warrior in ancient Sumerian armor.
Ugh.
What?
It
That's
looks
okay.
around at its targets. The undead warriors rush everyone who's close.
Bring it on.
Go ahead and roll your defense, Takahiro and El Pulpo.
Oh, my defense?
Defense, eh?
Roll it as a dice pool. If you get less than 3 successes, your defense is 3 for the fight.
What is my defense?
It's listed at the bottom of the sheet.
It's beneath your titles.
Yep.
Yeah, it says action rolls. Now,
Oh.
I have a +1 enhancement to this.
Okay, so we'll add 1 to whatever you get. 2, so 3. Or no, so yours is 3, Pulpo. Go ahead, Takahiro. Nice, so yours is 5, Takahiro. Oh, no, that didn't roll.
News.
It didn't roll.
Yeah, try again.
Oh, there it goes.
It's a 3, so you
3.
both get 3, yeah.
Without burning the enhancement.
Well, I
No, that's
automatically
2.
get the
That's 3
enhancement.
with the enhancements, 2 without.
But it's automatically 3.
Right, so he gets 3 either way.
So why would he need burn an enhancement?
Oh no, it's like a permanent thing he always gets.
Yeah.
So
As long
now,
as-
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking you burned something.
Nope.
Okay.
It's just there.
a bunch of the soldiers rush El Pulpo, who just like wrestle defends himself. Like he bitch slaps one, and then he knees one right in the groin. And they swarm him, but he just tosses them off, and you don't get hurt. Ooh.
Oh god.
Takahiro, though, gets run through with spears from like 3 angles and takes 2 injuries.
Oh. That's not good.
Walk it off!
Okay. And then the swarm comes in and immediately covers the area where everyone except Takahiro and Pulpo are at. And none of you can see the monster now. It's completely obscured. Also, you're at a +2 difficulty in anything you do that isn't get the hell out of the swarm. Root!
Root looks around for a second and is like,
Get in your mouth and shit.
I think we need backup. I'll be right back. And I go to the house.
Okay. Let the viewers know what you're using to let you do that.
I'm using the same thing I've been using a lot lately, Pierce the Veil.
Okay.
And, what is going to happen is I'm going to turn towards the house and I'm just going to take light steps, and all of a sudden it's just like...
Okay. So now you're in the house. What would you like to do? Since you're out of the storm, you can have a regular action.
Okay, you said the house
It's collapsed, yeah.
Okay, how damaged?
It's collapsed. Like,
Okay.
You're in it as in you're pushing through rubble.
I'm shouting and trying to find this other
Got anything
person.
cool that might help you find him? If not, your sense divinity will still be your radar. Do you have anything faster? If not, it'll take you a full turn to locate.
I don't think so, unless... Well, no, that takes a full turn to find anyway, or to use anyway.
Okay.
I might have one thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me... 2 seconds. For my PDF to find it. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, yeah, I'm just searching.
Yep. So at the end of the next turn, you'll find him.
Hey! Are you stuck?
Takahiro!
Hey!
Takahiro, you just instinctively know that if you hold out the scepter with 2 hands and swing in a circle, awesome things will happen. Or, alternatively, smash it into the ground. Or do your own action.
Oh, I know this one. You break it over your knee.
That always goes well.
Yeah. Okay. That doesn't help. Swinging it around seems more of a wrestler's move. So I shall He-Man it, throw it in the air, and jam it into the ground.
Close combat plus might.
As I say something awesome in Japanese.
Like a samurai. Roll that divinity dice. Catastrophic success. So, what it would have done is hit the ground and knocked everything back away from you, but instead, you actually activate the equivalent level of power as the Lamashtu's Earthshaker.
Ooh.
The ground splits and
Wow.
rumbles even more, and now there's a chance you're all going to fall into fissures as most of the
That's
city
good.
collapses.
Oh, great.
There's also a chance the monster partially falls into a fissure.
Oops.
However, all of the undead that were around you and Pulpo are just like blasted into dust.
You mean around me and him? Or
Yeah, and Pulpo is sent flying.
around me and also him?
Yes. It annihilates all of the undead and sends El Pulpo flying.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure it didn't annihilate El Popo.
Yeah. Not a great roll, but which is not good for the party. So, Sammy falls into a fissure. Eric falls into a fissure. Root does not. El Pulpo does not, but he lands hard on some rubble. It hurts. No injuries, though. Takahiro actually falls into his own fissure, but also, so does the right rear leg of Lamash do. So it's now stuck. When I say fissure, I don't mean into the center of the earth. I mean you can climb out. You're just going to lose a turn if you do. Or you could try to do something from in the swarm-filled fissure. Sammy, it's your turn.
Oh.
Let's see. I want to use something different, even though my lightning's pretty awesome.
Can't see the target now, though.
Oh.
You're in a hole in the ground filled with locusts.
Oh, I'm in a hole.
Yeah, you fell into a fissure.
Okay, so one of the miracles I can do with Earth is command the rocks or a single large boulder to move. I can have it bring me back up to the surface.
Yes, you can, and that would count as a move action, so you'd still have a regular action, but you need to escape the swarm, which is still at the surface.
Oh.
You could have the rock push you out of the swarm long enough to cast the lightning bolt, but then you'll still suffer the swarm effects on its turn.
So one of the sky miracles is I can summon a small storm, dust devil, downpour, etc. I have the wind push the locusts away. Locusts.
So describe that for the audience, coming out of the ground riding a rock with a whirlwind around you. And then roll your dexterity plus survival for the lightning bolt.
Say epic. I epically do it.
I epically do these actions that the DM just described. No. So, Sammy will reach down
It's like
and
the Scion
touch.
version of Wizard of Oz.
You're fired. He'll reach down and put his hand on the earth, and he will pray to Pachamama, who is the earth goddess of the Peruvian pantheon. And his hand will sink down into the boulder, and as he pulls up, it pulls the boulder along. Defying physics, yes, I know, but we're using magic here, so bear with me. And finally, when he reaches the edge of the fissure, his hand comes all the way out of the boulder, and it attaches as if it had always been there, and he just walks off of the boulder that's over the ledge. And then, as he calls up the wind, he's just gonna kind of blow into the air. And it starts as this small little, just, a person exhaling, and then it just gets louder and louder, almost like a tornado in the distance. And so suddenly the air picks up and starts swirling away the swarm.
I like it. Now roll survival plus dexterity. Also, I noticed we're not adding divinity dice, so I'll do a reminder after saving the rolls.
Oh,
Every single one of you has added 4 divinity dice in this fight, except Sammy, who's added 5. Every time you use a marvel, which means every time you do anything in a purview. And you did 2 marvels this turn with 2 miracles.
Oh, so I should have 5 divinity dice?
5 more than you currently do.
Oh,
Everyone else should have 4 more than they currently do.
I only used it 3 times.
Oh, you're right. You only get 3.
Okay.
Wait, is
well
that
then-
including when we imbue legend?
If the action you take is a marvel, yes. Which,
Oh hell!
in your case,
I've done
no, you'd
2.
only have 3 because your first shot was just a shot. You didn't start pulling hope till later. Meaning
Always
you
pull
have
hope.
to change the shot with a boon or Dominion stunt or a miracle from your purview to enhance something.
Got it. Okay. So
And in your case, Takahiro, every time you use the mace, because it's tied to your because it's fate bound to you now, is pulling from your law purview.
Okay. I was like, I did.
All right.
So that's a weird roll.
Somehow
but
you got.
Negative number.
What?
It's because Sammy Yuka has more divinity dice now.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
So it only rolled one regular die, but then it rolled all your divinity dice. So yeah, that lightning bolt is catastrophically successful.
Oh.
Oh, that's gonna be beauteous.
Oh, that's.
lightning bolt. I thought I did the earth and the wind.
You did, but then you said you wanted to hit it with the lightning bolt when you got out of the hole. That's what the roll was for.
Oh.
That was the whole point, was to blow the swarm away so you could see your target.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I'm stuck in a hole now.
Yeah, because it doesn't hit anywhere near you. It does, however, blow one house onto another house. The house next to the one that Root is in, onto the one Root is in.
Oh.
Root's like, fuck. That's what you have time to say that.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. I cannot be harmed by environmental hazards.
It's correct. Trapped, yes, but it all lands just right so it never actually hits you.
Yes, I'm
Surrounded
just sitting,
in a wall of rubble.
I'm just sitting there like, how the hell did I get in this position?
How the hell are you that flexible?
How the hell do you not know that I've been this flexible forever?
That's something that between you and the other. Stop.
Just get like 3 more viewers because Devin put his foot behind his head.
Eric,
We do weird things here.
I know.
Eric, you're stuck in a hole full of locusts.
This is just great.
Also, you injured Lamashtu again. That time, 2 injuries because you hit hard.
Ooh. What's that total? 4 now?
5. Halfway.
Oh man. Crap.
No, you're right. 4. My bad.
I liked 5 better. Don't really have anything to get rid of this damn swarm.
You can climb up and run out of it, which will take your whole turn if you don't have any powers for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to climb out and get the hell away from the swarm and get to a better vantage point, I guess, because
Okay.
I don't really have a lot to deal with swarms of small, angry mini titans. Tiny titans. Teen titans.
Okay.
For...
And last but not least, El Pulpo.
Yes.
That lower back is going to be bruised for a week, damn it.
But you know what? You push on.
That's right. Lower back injuries, it's just another day in the ring for you.
Pretty much.
Also concussions.
So, is there an awning nearby?
Yes.
But like an awning that's sort of been crumbled and tumbled on its side, so that
Yes.
the awning's sort of okay. So he goes running at that
Okay.
and uses it like ring ropes,
Okay.
and bounce into the air, and then just do like a spinning star dive onto this thing and just like try to flatten it.
Sammy Yuke, will you please tell the audience how they can award dice? And also, Root, you get 1 bonus dice from Ram Squatter, plus 1 enhancement to any roll.
Wait, that's not
'Cause you're
rolling
flexible.
dice.
So,
So
these
flexible.
dice you can give 3 away total, right?
1,
No.
you gotta be a subscriber to get 3.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I see. I'm a subscriber, so I wouldn't know. No, but yeah, you can give away a bonus die to a character or the DM.
I just realized I'm getting shortchanged. I'm not rolling enough dice.
It's rolling 4 dice right now. What are you trying to do?
It should be rolling 10 dice.
Yeah, you gotta roll the
8.
divinity dice.
Divinity.
No.
Yeah,
As my pool, it's 10 dice.
yeah, because you have 6 divinity dice.
Yeah, that's why it says 6.
6
divinity.
plus 4 is 10. Divinity dice are part of your pool. That's how it works. It rolls separate because it changes the level of failure and success.
It takes over your regular dice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not adding to the
Oh.
pool, it's making part of the pool divine so that you can have huge success and terrible failure.
Okay.
Yes, roll the divinity dice from the first one.
Alright.
Catastrophically successful to the extreme.
Oh,
Wow.
So at your level of scale, that does allow you to do the 2 injuries and the crit. It's exactly
yeah.
enough for that. Right, so please describe for us doing a 4 injury hit, which would kill most of you.
So I would imagine he does like the splash, but then like manages to backflip off that and then just do like a headbutt into its stomach or something like that, just to like add insult to injury. Or no, drop kicks it. Totally drop kicks it.
Describe your drop kick 4 damage shockwave.
Man, so like
Superman
bounces
punching
off,
Zod.
lands on the ground and then just goes running at it. It just does a flying drop kick that just he manages in the small amount of space and in time hits the sound barrier, and then both legs just drop into it and cause like a boom against it.
And at that point, when the dust clears, you see El Popo standing there like this as Lamashtu flies away rapidly.
Nope.
Kind of cracks.
And you look at each other and take stock of what is happening.
What is happening?
Like the collapsed village, Root buried in a house with the guy you're trying to save. Everything's
Oh, no,
broken,
Root.
your car has disappeared.
Sammy goes to help Root.
Is this swarm still around?
No, when Lamashtu leaves, the swarm follows.
even though I'm currently trapped, I'm still like, hey, yeah, you, other person stuck in here. Where are you at?
No reply. Working as a team, though, you all unbury Root, and you pull the house apart until you find a very unconscious Scion.
That's unfortunate.
Not dead, just unconscious.
Wonder
Right.
how come he didn't, get pinned in between everything instead of getting. Well, he
Oh no,
looks kinda-
the house was like on his face and on his
I was
torso.
saying, I was like, he looks a little crushed. I wonder how that happened to him.
I think a house fell on him.
Yeah, and I'm fine.
You're part house
he's
material.
not- yeah, maybe he's not as,
Yeah.
pliable.
He's not as homely.
Could I
Maybe
try
he
to
doesn't work
administer
out, just saying.
some feel goods to him?
Yes. What would you like to use to wake him up?
I will use medicine.
So you just want to do normal mortal treatment. That's it. Nothing from Nax or anything. That's what I'm asking.
Well, I do have a knack damage conversion, which just allows me to decrease a damage by
Okay.
1. So injured goes to. Let me read it.
Injured goes to whatever bruised is in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, one level.
Roll it. You might get 2 with a good medicine roll.
So what is that? Just so medicine and
Dexterity in this case.
dexterity. I bust out my acupuncture needles, popping them around in weird places.
Roll those divinity dice. Okay.
Oh.
You heal him up enough for him to wake up. He comes
I
to,
remind-
looks at all the needles in him, and just kind of like, huh.
I
Ugh.
remind Takahiro that there's a car he needs to get. That I pushed over.
I will get it. I will.
To most of you, he sits up and says words that you don't understand. But to Sammy, he sits up and says, "Oh, my head. Oh, God, where is it? Did you drive it off?"
The Lamashtu? Yes.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank the gods. Who are you?
That thing's ass.
we're actually here to rescue you.
None of you know what's being said because Sam and you needs to translate.
I just assumed.
Oh yeah, your thing was fine. I meant for the general knowledge of what's happening. Rescue me? Why? None of you follow my gods.
Come with subtitles.
What is he saying?
Sammy is now interpreting, realizing that no one else can understand because they're not replying. So he's like, "Oh yeah," he's asking why.
Ask him about the staff and the thing that Iana's weakness is.
Ask him about the stick.
Talk away. I'm gonna go find some aspirin.
Got any donuts?
We'll
I have some
we'll assume
pills
that
for
I'm.
their aspirin.
Oh, we'll assume that I'm just translating now.
Why would I tell you that? I don't know who you are or why you're here. Thank you for driving the monster off. I do owe you one. I'm not telling you the secrets of my gods. You're a bunch of strangers.
Tell him about the portals opening in
Oh, I know.
world.
Oh, I know. He sighs and shakes his
What
head.
did he say?
He knows, but why don't you care?
Well, I care, but I can't stop it. Neither can you.
We did a pretty good job the first time.
What language are you speaking?
You feel like he's reaching out with his mind. Yeah, all the portals are still open except one. What do you mean the first time?
Well, we closed one.
Oh, you closed one in 2 weeks.
No, we drove here.
He's
in
being
2
sarcastic,
weeks.
isn't he?
Yes, Sammy is translating every single thing now.
Oh, okay.
Will you tell that one this is Akkadian, purest language? He's pointing at Takahiro.
Right. So we have some entitlement issues here. Right. Okay. Akkadian. A dead language now, just so you know.
Maybe to you.
Oh, look who's living.
He looks down on himself, looks at you, blinks, and says, "Are you slow?" Because he's living too. So he's rude and entitled.
Oh,
You're also only alive because of us.
Oh, it wouldn't have killed me. It dragged me off to its den. Oh.
and done what exactly?
Looks
You?
left, looks right. We have history.
Oh god, did we just ward off your ex?
Yes, thank you.
Hey. I look back towards the humans and I say, Can you help me with the redhead?
Right.
He groans and sits up and takes stock of his injuries. Takahiro, thank you for the healing.
You're welcome.
Now you owe Takahiro.
I do. I owe you all a favor. That doesn't mean the favor is divulging the secrets of my gods to a bunch of scions of other gods. You all know as scions, typically gods are always working against other gods, pantheon against pantheon, politics.
Alright, then how about
You're gonna
this?
have to win him over.
How about you join us for a little bit, help us do what we need
I
to,
can't. Oh, wait a minute.
and that's paying back our favor.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
We're not having you divulge anything, you're just helping us get it done. We don't need to know anything. You can do all the little fancy parts that require, all your intricate knowledge of all your fun, whatever language that is. I don't care. Yeah, but
So I will
can
let
do
you-
that.
I will let you roll subterfuge for that if the party divulges why they care, which no one has told him yet. You just show up as representing like 5 different gods being tell us your secrets. Yes, the portals are open, but why do you specifically care?
They're destroying people we care about, and we are trying to protect. Just
My Friday
citizens
nights.
of the Root.
The donuts are in danger.
That's
We will
so
go
cute.
one at a
Too.
time, starting with Sammy. Carry on.
We're trying to save humanity because what they were doing was causing rioting and harm to everyone on the face of the planet. How
Root.
could you not want to help that?
You can say anything you want. Your replies will add or remove bonuses to that subterfuge roll. Root.
Give me a second. I'm double checking notes to see if I can lie or be honest.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Eric.
I was actually looking something up at the moment.
Pulpo.
You see, if I remember correctly, there's two sisters that are fighting against the walls of the underworld. It's causing portals to open. It's really annoying.
Yes,
Put
my
on
queen and my aunt.
shows. Right. That needs to stop. They need to chill. They need
Why?
to be tranquilo. Because
Why do
it's
you
annoying.
care?
Because then we can't have cool wrestling shows and things like that. They're messing up donut shops, the ability to sell donuts. I mean, come on. That's not great.
Takahiro.
I don't understand your obstacles.
The local economy is suffering.
Takahiro. He's answering in character, whether it's helpful or not.
Through these portals come shades or ghosts
Yes.
that are sending the people of our realm into frenzies. It is my God's will that I protect these people, and by closing these portals is the only way that I can. You must help them. And I show him the staff or the mace.
If he scans you, are you going to resist it? Because you don't know what level of information he'll get. This is for Takahiro.
Nope.
Yeah.
I will not care. Technically, because that's one of my knacks is all eyes on me. So,
Yes.
or something like that. Where'd it go?
Eric.
Center of attention. There you go.
Right.
Don't use any powers here because they won't help. This is all just roleplay.
Oh crap. All right, never mind. Then everything I just did is completely useless. Next, yeah, it's very difficult for me to maintain my own lifestyle without this happening. How am I supposed to make competitions and shots if I have to turn around and worry about this stuff happening all the time?
Root.
So if this keeps up, the dead are going to outnumber the living, and one that's going to make all sorts of chaos up on Earth, and it's going to suck, especially considering that the dead do not make good tequila.
Okay. +2 enhancements to your subterfuge roll. It's +4 -2 overall. If you're curious. +2 enhancements to your subterfuge roll. Roll it. Subterfuge plus. What do we want to do? Let's do a subterfuge. Plus composure or presence, whatever's higher, because you're not exactly lying, you're just twisting the words to what you want.
Okay. I am sure to fail.
Now, if
this.
you do have a knack that affects subterfuge, you can do it because you're the one rolling the dice.
Let me double check that then, because I have some lying ones, but I think they're all unrelated to me knowing lies.
I mean, I have nothing but the truth, which my presence strikes divine terror into the hearts of liars, and an affected character can't lie, omit the truth, or make any misinterpretations of a material fact. I have a feeling that would be useful at this moment.
Not actually, because he's not talking.
Oh no! Oh.
You're convincing him.
Oh.
This is an attempt to sway him to your side of things.
Right. In that case,
You'll be terrifying Devin if he lies, though. Okay.
That I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, no, most of the powers end up being of my powers are to see lies rather than to
Right.
lie.
Yeah.
Okay, roll it.
I just rely on myself to lie.
If you want to add more divinity dice, you can marvel this and add scale using the Norse pantheon purview
Yeah.
to force your will on others.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
Realm Squatter's giving him a die.
yeah.
Okay, so that's +1 enhancement. So catastrophic success at scale is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 successes. You needed 10. Success! With 2 additional enhancements, you finally have momentum. First time in the evening.
Woohoo!
God, that seems
And
so
what's our collateral
hard.
pool at now?
Collateral pool crash and
Back at-
reset. It's back at 3.
3, okay. That was close. Alright, cool.
Because I discharged it, yeah. Stress is real low right now, too. Okay. So he sighs heavily. He looks at you, Takahiro, and says, "You better take care of that. Because she'll be real mad if you break it, trust me. Real mad." Leans forward. Real mad. Yeah. The sisters are battling. Stand by.
Oh, I was gonna say, wow, that's all we got out of that.
No.
I think we figured that out.
All right. Everybody back in the van.
I know.
Back it up, we're done here.
All right, we figured it out.
So,
Donuts for everybody.
Case
So-
solved.
so Demuzid did not return to the underworld for his 6 months. He says all this like you would know the story. Inanna, not seeing Demuzid's sister Geishtanana return, meaning she's still here somewhere, from her 6 months, became enraged and thought Erish Kegel was breaking her oath, demanded into the underworld. Erish Kegel, of course, thought Inanna had machinated all of this. They yelled at each other a lot. Inanna destroyed the gates to the underworld, physically destroyed them. They're broken down. Metaphysically and physically. Because Erish Kegel refused to let her in. So Erish Kegel says Demuzid is not in the underworld, and Inanna says Demuzid is not in the overworld. Both thinks the other is lying. Inanna thinks, or Erish Kegel thinks Inanna wants control of both worlds. Inanna thinks Erish Kegel is lying because of old spats.
It's like a he said, she said kind of thing.
The Scion you're speaking to doesn't know the truth, but he says Geishtanana definitely would. The brother, or the sister.
So what you're saying is we got to find this Dananana, and that'll fix the problems.
He refuses to talk to you because you insult the names of his people.
I don't know how to pronounce this.
So do you know where Demuzid is?
No, but I know where his sister is, Geishtanana.
Oh yeah, okay. How do you spell it? Or where is it?
I will put it in Discord.
Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Yes, because that is not the way that I saw that in my head.
Oh,
He says she is currently serving her brother's 6-month sentence the part of the year when he gets to leave. Which means you'll have to go to the actual royal prisons and try to gain access. Good luck, he can't really help with that. But she's in there, and he hands you specifically, Sammy, a handful of strange-looking grain. And he hands you, Takahiro, a little blue lapis lazuli crystal. Like, you know, it's cut like it would fit in a big ring or something, but it's not in the ring. give those to her so she'll know I actually sent you and you won't have to waste time convincing her. Good luck. I'm gonna sit here and wait for my bones to heal.
Thank you.
I will do as you say.
So you recovered the van, and you make your way in the direction you were told to go. You head deeper into the city. You're on the residential outskirts at the moment. You eventually make it to the wall. You get through the wall and into an ancient Sumerian city that's built on a hill, so each successive tier goes higher, and it's a higher class district. And at the very top is the palace, in very ancient Middle Eastern style. And anyone can enter the palace, just certain areas are locked off. The palace is very opulent, and it's made out of old marble and limestone, and very, very hard granite, all but polished to a mirror finish. And it's very large, soaring, and beautiful. And the areas forbidden to you are, of course, the throne room and the dungeons. But you are in here now, and it is full of spirits bustling about. Many guards, many people from the city for repeating the same actions over and over that they would have in life at the palace.
This is quite remarkable. I could study.
Nope. We don't have time.
Not the spirits I was hoping to find.
The research I could get.
Then
off
when
of...
we're done, you can come back on your vacation and have fun.
Just jot down some shorthand. I'm sure you'll be able to recall it later.
Take a couple of
You're
pictures.
right.
Yeah, apparently Riley's phone works.
Pictures are worth 1,000
true.
words. Have her go Snapchat
May I
crazy.
borrow your pet human?
Riley says, I don't work for him, I work for you.
Uh, fine. I'll write my own notes.
Don't forget it.
Have your ward write down notes.
Yes. Your own fate bound. Which fate bound did you use? Let's see, it was...
You.
Field Apprentice absolutely would take notes for you.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. Use your minion.
100%.
Esperanza, take notes.
El Pulpo, your mask is crooked. I could only tell when you looked up. Okay. So what do? You have to try to get access to the dungeons. You can talk your way into it, you can subterfuge, you can use powers, you can be real dumb and stealth in there and break in. Whatever you want to try. Sometimes dumb is fun.
Just
Sometimes it's
walk
bad.
in.
And no,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean the
seems-
DM is telling you to take that path. I'm just clarifying when I say dumb, I don't mean you're going to instantly die. I just mean that's the highest chance for capture.
Yeah.
We're here to see our client.
Yeah, you could try to lie your way in. Do any of you have stunts you can contribute for the scene that the group, as in Root, could use to enhance the subterfuge roll? Because he's the best at lying.
Ooh, wait a minute. I've got oh, damn it. Hang on. Herald of Victory.
Which does?
It gives all characters on the side of my choice. Oh, it's in a fight. No, wait. It says whether physical or not. So
Right,
this
it doesn't
is
have to be a
wins.
fight, yeah.
Right. Gain enhancement 1 on all actions.
Okay, so there's +1 enhancement. Who else has got stunts that might help a subterfuge roll?
I kind of do.
See if you can convince me.
On your side, when you make a teamwork action with a person with whom you have a devoted, intimate, or romantic relationship, add your lover dots in enhancement to spend on stunts, including any you may have gained from next. So, I mean, technically,
So-
we are a team.
What's your girl's name again? Your Kitsune?
You told me?
Yeah, Hitome is very close to Riley. And you are very close to Hitome, so you could be like, hey, Hitome, we gotta act like we're the support staff for the lawyer. And yes, I'd allow that.
Can I make a grand entrance
I have that
When you-
one too. I was just looking at it.
When you make a first impression, roll your knack skill. On a success, the target remembers you favorably, granting a +1 enhancement to all
Yes.
social rolls. Okay.
It's +2 enhancements plus whatever bonus you get from Takahiro. What about you, Sammy? Since that one's taken.
That's two from me.
It's 4 total enhancements plus Sammy.
I could just make us float around and look cool. No, I'm just kidding. No, I've got another one here I was looking for.
Actually, I think Itomi could do one as well. But I gotta look it up.
So, I do have something where we wouldn't need to go into the dungeons at all. Perhaps, if that was something.
You have to talk to her, and that's where she is. And she's not coming out. Can't.
I have. Well, I don't know if this will work, but I have Blockade of Reason. Readily deflate the arguments of hucksters and conmen with a sharp application of reason, or blunt denial. It doesn't really apply though.
Yeah, because they're not con men. But you could activate a marvel. What are your purviews? Meaning just a random miracle. You got your
Earth,
Pantheon
Sky,
purview.
and Sun.
Sky would work here because Sky, you're always looking down and have the best perspective to see the other details, tiny details others wouldn't notice, like an eagle. So,
Oh, and Stars.
if you can find a legendary title you think applies here, and imbue a point of legend into it for the scene, and add another divinity dice, you can give Devin a +1 from your perspective of knowing the weak spots of the guards that you're trying to convince. That falls under Sky.
Okay, so yeah, there's so also Stars give a target of lesser tier flawless directions. The sidereal revelation reveals celestial maps of all nearby enemies as if sketched from above. That would show us all the
Well,
guards.
you're just activating a miracle, not a specific power, meaning something that applies to the purview and that's seeing what others do not. But you have to imbue a legend or a title, so you got to pick one of your legendary titles that applies here to make this
Aha.
work.
Okay.
So pick the
Let's
one
see
you
what
think
titles
applies
are.
most and check the box, and then don't forget to uncheck your imbues from the fight because that's long over.
So either let's go with Guide to the Awakened.
Yes. Okay. Anyone who used a purview or a boon or a stunt, add +1 divinity dice. Anyone who's using a knack, do not.
So now,
When your divinity dice hits 10, it's capped.
this is DM question, which would be more useful in this situation. Bacchanal, which basically allows me to make the character or random characters go crazy, like party, or Endless Vexation to just confuse the hell out of them.
Yes,
doesn't
confuse
matter.
the hell out of them because you're doing deception and subterfuge definitely applies. Fast talking.
All right, confusing the hell out of them.
What does that give you?
After an attack or social roll, inflict target with endlessly vexed. Character who doesn't buy it off suffers it as a condition and is mired by 1,000 petty entropies, which increase difficulty of all rolls by 1 until they resolve.
So +1 difficulty to figure out your lying. Looks
Yeah.
like a Ram Squatter's going to give a dice out. I'm going to wait and see for a second before I let you roll. But you're going to be rolling subterfuge plus manipulation in this case, straight up lying.
All right.
Changeling ever, you have +1 enhancement to any roll. But you can give it to Root or you can save it for yourself for another roll. Give it to Root, it's at +5 enhancements
Liz-
plus. You want to give it to him?
I think so.
So you're at +6 enhancements now, Root.
All
So
right.
if you don't succeed, I would be mightily disappointed that you
I
wasted
know.
the die that I was
This-
gifted.
This will be hilarious. Just watch.
Depending on what you roll, it might not be possible for them to see through the lie. Let's find out.
2 successes on my regular roll.
Yep.
3 successes on my
Catastrophic.
divinity dice.
Okay. So that's 10 successes. He only had 7 dice. And he didn't roll 10s. So yeah, and it's catastrophic. So you easily talk your way past the guards. However, you do it so well, you are now actually the lawyer for like 3 of these prisoners, and you will have to deal with that in future games if we use this character.
Oh, that's perfect. Just make sure one of them's name is Jerry.
Oh, Jesus.
That will be the shortened version of the name and the nickname he chooses to use.
Okay. It's going to be something ridiculously long and convoluted to be
And
Jerry.
complicated.
Also, these people think you're one of the best lawyers around, which is going to be a complication for later.
Oh.
It's actually not a problem because I really am a lawyer just about. I'm just not.
I'm gonna get you.
They think you're
I'm just-
Matlock.
Birdman.
Yeah, I'm just a rules Nazi that doesn't follow them.
Okay. So, you make your way into the cells, and you're standing in front of the cell, and it's a tall, stately, dark-haired lady, very regal bearing, very beautiful, but very dirty, and has been in here for a long time, you can tell, because looks like she hasn't had a drink in years. It's Marion Underworld. When you approach the cell, at first she doesn't even notice. As you all rustle and cough uncomfortably, she looks up and coughs a little bit, asks you in a very raspy voice what the hell you want. It's a tiny little cell. She's chained to the wall, hanging forward. And there are obvious marks on the part of her body that are exposed from the rags she's wearing that have been burned and slashed. And this is a Scion, not a ghost. This Scion's got a raw deal. Whoever becomes this Scion gets dragged to hell for 6 months a year and tortured.
Oh.
You poor thing.
You look a bit more beat
That's-
than 6 months in.
Oh.
Because I've been here longer. My brother
Not
isn't
much
coming
longer.
back, and it's his choice. Fuck anyone who forces him to, including you.
That's a different outlook than I would expect from somebody who's been. How long you been here again?
Blood is thicker than anything. You should know that. Modern people and not caring about their family.
Yeah,
Well,
have you met
actually-
my family?
You're pretty thick.
Have you met my family?
She probably
I
hasn't.
don't
Just-
care.
It doesn't really matter. So anyway, how long has he been gone for?
It doesn't really matter.
Did you show show her the things?
No.
Show her the things.
They have not.
Show her the magic beans and the blue stone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I show
Magic
her-
beans and the blue stone.
I show
pull
her
out
the
random rice and
no.
a green emerald.
You
No.
throw them into the cell.
it-
Do you throw them
it's-
into the cell, or do you just hold them out?
I just hold them out, and then I'm like, oh shit, wrong stuff, and then you got the real ones.
Root.
What? Always have secondary props of the originals.
Decorum.
These are more than props. These are symbolism. These are deeply moving to the people
Right.
to whom they're significant.
Okay, where
Yeah,
are they
any
again?
idea
Because
about
she
these-
needs to see. Jesus, see him.
You know, my students have a better attention span than you do.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? This isn't a classroom.
I show her the stone.
I show her the grains.
Okay. She looks at them for a minute. She gives them a long look, and you feel like she'd cry a little, but she can't. She's too dry. She sighs heavily and says, "Fine. I really am tired of this. I'll tell you, I hid him away when he refused to come back in the demiplane. I can tell you how to get into it and where to get into it. But you're going to have to do something for me first.
Of course.
What is your request?
Return to the real world and craft me an authentic full mug of Sumerian beer crafted in the style of the Hymn of Ninsaki. Pour it into my grave. My grave is in the Royal Cemetery of Ur."
I'm pretty sure I can replicate that recipe very easy. You know, I've got all these tablets with the writing of how to replicate this brew that you're asking for. So I think I can pull it off. I'm not quite a good brewer, but...
Or they can't. Maybe
Uh,
go for a Bud Light seltzer, mango flavored. I hear they're very refreshing and very hydrating.
Bring me specifically what I asked for, or no help. And then she just stops talking to you.
Huh.
Gotcha. I'll make you a keg.
There's 2 ways a year here. I'm sure we can figure something out.
We can do this. Matter
But
of fact, I could do
get
this.
get the address to
No problem.
the cemetery, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to show up on Google Maps.
Wait, so are we done in the
Yeah,
real world?
actually it will.
Go
That's a
home?
real place in the real world.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an ancient ruin that's been uncovered in the the Badlands of Iraq.
When he says that, I just... And Riley pops up with it and shows him.
What is the place called?
Shows
The
who what.
Royal Cemetery of
Oh,
Ur.
yes. That's in Discord. The whole thing with the exact wording is in Discord.
Cool.
Cool. So what's the fastest way out of here?
She looks up one last time, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "You know what you have to do." You look around and realize suddenly 5 of the cells across from her are empty. And the doors are open.
Shit.
Oh, Karen. Oh, I'm so sorry, Karen.
Wait.
But for me, you must stay to prove your love.
Wait, who administers this rule?
The gods.
Right, but where are they? Like, do we just have to leave them here for talking to this girl?
Well, if we
No,
want to get
you have to
home-
use keys to exit and enter Terra Incognita, and the key to the Sumerian underworld is once you enter, either you stay or someone stays for you. Remember? We talked about this, and that's why
Right.
your most precious things are with you. Things. Wow. People.
But there's nobody that, like...
You can't talk your way out of it now. Keys to Terra Incognita are hard rules.
Yeah, I've been searching.
Even
Tyler
gods can't break
basically has
them.
Told me no.
I apologize, it's not the gods who said it, it's the Titans, so even the gods can't change it.
Really?
The primordial forces of creation that fathered the beings that fathered the gods that fathered you.
I know you're a one-man show, Mr. Muerto, but it's time that this time you're gonna have to tag in.
But, I mean, I just feel like, wrestle one last time, fight the Titans for like a, winner take all, I quit sort of match for this like stupid rule, because it's stupid. Just saying. There's nobody I can fight.
No, and that probably
No
drives your
contest.
character insane.
No contest to be won. No way to reverse this.
No way. Are all of our underlings with us?
Yes, they have been the whole time. They've just been quiet because they know not to
Okay.
interrupt.
I'm just slowly ushering Karen over.
We're gonna start with El Pulpo. Your tag
Forget
team
what he
looks
called
at
my
you.
dude.
He looks at you, and yours is easier than some of the others will be. He looks at you, he looks at the cell, he looks at the girl, holds his hand up and says, "One more tag in, buddy."
Right. You tag in, and I promise, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna tag you out, but we're going home together. We're gonna fight this.
He looks you in the eye and says, "I know you will," but his eyes tell you he knows you're lying.
But I'm not.
You clasp hands dramatically. He steps into the cell, which slams shut. You'll never be able to leave with him, but you can replace him.
Oh, that's one hell of a tag out. Like
Mm-hmm.
swap
Yeah.
every few years. Ooh.
Yeah, you could, just like this girl and her brother do.
He promises to do that. He will totally do that.
Well,
Okay.
oh,
You can have +3 momentum for that. That's quite the promise for that character. The personal momentum. Takahiro, you turn to your sister, and she's smiling, but she's crying, and says, "Yeah, she's right. Blood is thicker. And blood is thicker than anything." Which is the dumbest saying ever. She doesn't say that, though.
See, I told you shouldn't have come.
I knew the price all along, silly. I always know.
I promise that I will give you your most favorite sake every day that I can.
She smiles and kisses you on the cheek.
And when my task is done, I will come back, set you free so that you can live the life that you truly deserve.
Your life is more important than mine because of what you are. Never come back for me. Turns her back on you, goes in the cell, and the door slams shut.
wow.
I don't say anything.
But you're
But
gonna. Yep.
I kneel. I kneel and I give the slow bow. Back up.
You can have 2 enhancements for that. Very appropriate. Root. Oh, man. I had all the names. Where did I put them?
Karen?
Yeah,
Yes,
Karen.
Karen. I'm like, yours should be the easiest to remember.
You've been saying it all night.
You turn to Karen, and Karen's like, "Fuck you, I never should have dated you."
I told you that after I had sex with you the first 12 times. And then you kept coming back.
I'll do this for you, but you gotta do something for me. Look me dead in the eyes and tell me you love me and convince me. And I'm your only true love.
This is gonna be the most epic lie of all lies.
Karen,
Oh,
Don't do that.
I have not loved
back
anyone
away.
more than I have loved you.
I can't look.
She smiles, gives you a passionate kiss, and you're like, oh god, oh god. And then she goes in the cell and the door slams shut, and as the door slams shut, only you hear the low bass chuckling of Dad, who approves.
I got a little Karen on me. Thank you so much, sweetie. I'll never forget you.
How do you feel about making your dad approve of you?
And now I'm a little disgusted with myself, but it's okay because just because I have his approval doesn't mean I'm doing what he wants.
True.
I can logic my way out of feeling bad about that. It's part of Loki.
Sammy! Esperanza turns to you and says, wait, is this why I'm here? Big innocent doe eyes.
Actually, when we first got into the van, I had told her everything. I was the
Apparently-
only one who did.
She either forgot or is lying about forgetting. You're really gonna leave me here? Really?
No, actually. While you're here, I will make sure that you have everything that you need. And when I come back to give you a break, you're going to have a term paper done. On the ancient history of the Sumerians.
How many semesters?
As many as you want. Or as few as you want. If you want to write one and I count it for all of them.
No, she means how long before she gets a break.
Oh. Well, as long as you're willing, and I've got connections, as long as you're willing to teach my class in my stead, I will give you a break as often as every other... What's the term? I've been out of college for so dang long. Oh.
A term?
I graduated in 2013. No, it's it's not.
Order?
Yes.
Been out of college for so long. 2013.
Yes.
Yeah, in 2020 time, that's 50 years.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you can have your 3 enhancements. Oh, and you get 2 root. Have to deal with your dad being pleased with you. And last but not least, Eric.
Oh, he's gonna hurt. I'm sorry.
You're very quiet.
Oh, is it? How's that?
No.
Oh. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Nope, still quiet.
Really?
Yep.
Hang on.
Something just popped. That might help.
How's that? Is that better?
Nope.
Yeah.
Really?
Now try.
Everybody be real quiet and let him talk.
I'm doing it for dramatic effect.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Just
sounds like you're on the
shout.
other side of the room.
Yeah,
Shout.
wake his son up. That's
Let
a
it
terrible
all
idea.
out.
Oh yeah, that's great. Screech.
Maybe move your boom around.
Any better?
About the same.
Really?
Just run your
Fuck
finger
yeah.
along the entirety of the wire and see if
It's all
it's.
curled up, dude.
Well, that might be why.
Well, no, it's actually made curled up to keep it from stretching and breaking. That's weird.
That works. It's just your voice.
Oh, so
Nope.
it is me.
Now you're back. Now you may continue.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know this was gonna happen.
You tell him you didn't know?
When this first started, I didn't know that we were gonna have to leave you behind.
What
But
is he
I
again for you?
wasn't-
Hold on. Let me look.
He was my boon companion.
Oh. He laughs heartily and says, "You knew. We both knew when we were coming through here."
Shut up! You're not making this easier. Damn it. Might have been my best friend, but that doesn't make this easier for me. I don't want to leave you behind. I don't want to leave anyone behind. You know that's not how I am.
He clasps you on the shoulder, looks you in the eye, and says, "You know, we are best friends. I would do anything for you, even this, even give up Valhalla."
That doesn't make this any easier or right.
That means you must earn a place for both of us.
Then I will. And I will come get you so you can go back with me.
No, you won't. You will earn both of our spots at Valhalla, and every time you drink, you'll pour it out for me.
I'll pour 2 out.
He makes you swear a blood oath.
Happily.
You can have
Oh,
your 2
happily.
enhancements. Now you're all looking at each other all sad, like, now you have to turn around and leave.
I'm all sad and depressed. Kind of depressing ass shit.
I would like to leave something with my assistant.
They're in the cells now, you can leave nothing.
But I can't even leave them, like, can't pass through the bars, anything.
No.
Curses.
Can we put it in front of the bars?
We'll give it to the guards. There's no guarantee that your people will get it. Now that they're part of the underworld, the only thing you can guarantee give them is libations. Which you can't do here because you don't have any. But you can do in the real world if you construct them a proper empty grave.
I actually have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can we come back and swap them out with a different companion?
No, it has to be you.
Okay, so it has to be a... Oh, damn. Okay.
No, you cannot come back with a 1-star companion you don't care about and trade out for the good one.
Damn it!
You mean I can't treat it like a curse and just hand it off to a baby?
That is correct, you cannot.
Wow.
Because it's not a curse. So you all sadly leave the underworld and return to the overworld, and you can erase those fate-bound from your sheets. They're gone to you.
And I look over at Riley and say, I'm not going to ask how you got out, but did you get the shot?
Oh, I got out of what?
Exactly, but did you get the shot of me lying?
What do you think? And as you're walking away, everything turns white as you fade back into Terra Incognita, and suddenly you're walking into a large Marge's donut barn. And Riley shows you the picture, completely unfazed.
Perfect.
This large Marge's donut barn is somewhere in Montana.
Why are we in Montana?
Because we're at a large Marge.
He's purple.
I immediately ordered dozen because a dozen at large Marges means 14. So
That's correct, it does.
I agree with that.
So, authentic Sumerian bear.
Yes. What are the ingredients for this
Specifically
beer?
from the hymn.
Yes.
Yes.
The hymn of Ninsaki.
Yep.
Okay, so this will be a aided if you want it to be, but Sammy, you've led academics plus intelligence roll.
All right.
Ooh,
Anybody want
please
to
let
aid
me
with
aid.
this?
Please let me aid.
You can aid with academics, culture, or occult.
Okay.
Plus
I mean,
intelligence.
if you're giving me one that's got a higher bonus, I'll take it.
Sammy, do not roll yet.
All right. And
Root, you can roll your assist first since you declared it.
My assistance roll is 2 divinity dice successes.
Okay, so that means it's a regular failure, but not catastrophic failure.
Okay.
Anybody else got it? Want to aid?
There's nothing
Which
I can
attribute
add.
did you say?
Intelligence plus either academics, occult, or culture.
Oh,
I
shit.
got
Eh.
culture.
Let me re-roll that with the proper number of dice because I somehow had 13 dice. I forgot to unclick something. Or do you just
It's okay. You
accept
still would
it?
have. Yeah, right. It's
Okay.
more than you needed and still failed. Yeah, you can keep it.
Yeah, but that's just me. Maybe on the real roll I'd actually succeed.
But you get +1 momentum. That's up to 3 now for the pool. Attack a hero
Yeah, I got culture.
and intellect. Roll it.
Wow.
Make sure. Let's see if you got a super failure. Nope, you do not. Okay. I don't think that
Oh.
worked. It didn't roll
That
any
didn't
dice.
work.
Yeah, try again.
That's
I did-
because
oh.
you must have 5 dice for this pool.
No, I had 3 things clicked. And I do have No, I definitely have
More than five, yeah.
Yeah.
Try again. Yeah, it won't work with 3 things clicked. It'll get confused. Alright, so roll the divinity dice. Catastrophic success. 4 enhancements to Sammy. What about Eric and Pulpo, or no, for this?
Can't really do anything.
Pulpo?
What?
I mean, I got.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eric.
Like, I just told you I can't do anything. What are you?
I can't do shit. Stop trying to pull.
I mean,
What do you want from me?
Everything.
I
Just lost
try.
my tag partner.
I can try. It's not going to be great, but
Oh, do we have to like make graves for them to pour stuff into?
Yes, but that can
oh
happen
my
off camera.
God.
Oh, that is
wow.
just
Oh
the
wait,
next
hang on.
step.
I
It
hit
can
the-
happen.
I had one too many things.
It can
Okay.
happen in like 5 seconds. Believe me.
Okay, roll divinity dice. Alright, so you have 8 enhancements. Go ahead and roll yours now, Sammy. And in
So
this
I do,
case, catastrophic success will actually be good.
I do the 8 in the bonus dice, right?
No, we just do it. You don't do any bonus dice. You just do academics plus intellect, and then we'll just add to it.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay,
There it
roll
goes.
divinity dice. You actually failed, but because it was a catastrophic success, we're going to answer you based on the enhancements. That's why I said it might be a good thing. Oh, no, it didn't work right. You have too many things checked.
Yeah, you didn't roll any dice.
Yep.
Oh, I have academics and intellect checked. That's really weird. And then I've got 8 divinity dice.
Let's see.
But
What's
you
your
have
academics
you
and
have 8
intellect
dots.
equal?
8.
4 dots plus 4 dots. It's because you're discharging your divinity pool. You got 1 success discharging your divinity dice. Okay. Let's double check that real quick. Because it did work for you.
I'm so confused.
When you roll dice equal to your divinity pool, it discharges whether you want it to or not. You have 8 dice for the roll, you have 8 divinity dice, and you're rolling only divinity dice for this roll and discharging your pool in a miracle. You can choose to discharge your pool anytime, but if you end up rolling a pool of dice equal to your current divinity dice, it discharges automatically.
Oh. Should I?
You can't stop it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can't stop, won't stop.
So you have flooded the pool, which means you get an extra catastrophic success. Let's go pull one from one of your purviews, because that's fun.
This is math, and it is too mathy for me.
You have 4 dots in whatever your dots in academics plus intellect is 8.
Yeah, I'm being a smart aleck.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure how the catastrophic successes are working, but that's okay.
Earth. Let's see. That could be fun, but let's keep looking.
Uh-oh.
Fire, Forge, Alphabetical, Fortune. Sky. Catastrophic success. Sun. Yep, we're doing Sun. So, you flooded the pool and you succeeded, which means you discharge your divinity dice. Reset your divinity dice to 0.
Okay.
and you're quickly writing down, and you got your heads together as you drink a whole bunch of donut shop coffee and eat a bunch of donut shop donuts. Because you're Scions, you don't gain a pound. And then you look up and you say, "I have it!" And at that moment, a cloud passes, and the beam of sunlight hits you directly. Like, I mean, a giant beam of sunlight that is visibly a beam of sunlight, like a spotlight, and you actually hear the sky go, "Ah!" And everyone in the city is now looking at Lawrence Martz's donut bar. Because everyone in the immediate vicinity in a square block knows you're there, and you just did something awesome.
Oh no!
See, I told you.
Do you see
He
the
was
light?
right. That the donuts are heavenly.
Don't go towards the light.
Everyone in the donut shop that isn't at the table with you applauds for just no reason whatsoever. Standing applause.
Oh, I forgot that did that. Oops. Back to
Tips
work.
are appreciated.
Shut
before-
up.
I take a
Tip
hat
your
and just
waitress.
throw it down.
Okay. Catastrophic success on flooding the pool means you get everything.
Roll dice, win the game.
Yes!
Flood the dice pool, win the world.
You just described every RPG except the ones our very own Eric likes to run.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the myth, the Ninsaki is the Sumerian god of beer. That's not a joke. The beer itself is actually made of a combination of very specific things done a very specific way, so it's a good thing you did your deep research. You had done it wrong, and you would have gotten got nothing. So, what you need to do is get emmer wheat, barley, and malt. You must turn them into a fermented cereal juice. You have the exact size of the mug she was referring to, which is not what you would have expected. It must be made by a woman, and it must be blessed by Ninsaki, and the water used must be from the Tigris River.
Oh.
Get the feeling that she really just wanted to make us suffer.
No.
It's complicated.
This is a heroic feat because you're demigods, like Hercules, for instance. You must do something crazy like move a mountain
That seems easy.
to increase the view.
One of our labors.
Correct.
Oh god.
I don't like
All right,
labor.
so we got to get hops, wheat, and barley.
And the longer you take,
Ember wheat.
Yeah.
the longer you
Emmer
take, the
wheat.
more of the world will get wrecked. So if you think you can divide this up somehow to make it faster, everyone has the right skill to do so, you can.
Made by a woman.
Yeah, so
Right.
it has to be Root, because it must be a Scion that does it. So Root must be the one to ferment the beer.
And it's got to ferment in the water from the Tigris.
Yep, and it must use a very specific kind of barley and wheat, which you can get. You just gotta pick someone to do it. Do a basic dice roll.
Is it
And it
in
must be
season?
blessed by Ninsaki. No.
Where do we find that one of those?
It's not in season?
No.
Not a
I mean, you-
problem.
Okay. So the barley and the grain is handled. Who wants to craft the mug? Who's got excellent on-point crafting skills?
I might. I might.
I don't think I do.
Well, I mean, I have academics for history or like culture for anthropology, which
What would you use for that?
Those would not apply to crafting the mug because this is dimensions and like
What would you have
blasting the kiln and the clay has to be right, stuff like that. Not knowledges.
but I'd know how to do that. Okay.
to use?
What does the mug have
my
to be a
skill
special-
specialty in technology is repairing. That doesn't help.
I do have.
This
2
would be a
dots in-
technology roll, yes, because technology in this game also applies to ancient technologies, like
Oh.
Sumerian
That
kiln
is
firing.
That is not going to be me.
I have 2 dots in technology.
I got one.
I have 3.
You'll have 3. Oh no.
All right,
Doing
but
the
you're
great
already
Andy.
doing a task, so this one actually does fall to Sammy unless somebody else can beat you.
Oh no.
What do you need for the? Yeah, what's the roll initially?
I'm gonna let her pick her highest mental stat. Him. Sammy is a him. Pick his highest mental stat.
I'm saying, what's Sammy doing right now that is taking up their time? I didn't.
Crafting the mug
Oh.
using ancient technology knowledge.
Technology.
No, you said that they were already doing a roll.
Yes, they're gonna roll to craft the mug using Sammy's best mental intellect plus technology.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Takahiro, who's
Yeah, I
growing
can't.
the grain.
I can't do it because I'm already.
Okay.
Oh no,
That's why I
Takehiro's
was confused. I thought you were saying that it was
Takehiro's
Sammy
doing.
that was already doing something. Okay.
It's Takahiro that was already had a task. Takehiro's
I got
doing
I got
out
the
of
plants.
season barley. Yes.
I
Don't worry about
understand
that.
where I was confused now.
Who wants to go to the Tigris and gather water?
I can do that.
Hint. It should actually. Well, actually no, because you're a werewolf again now. You got your powers back. This is going to be a combat roll because it's a very contested part of Iraq.
I mean,
Any of
I
the
don't-
3 of you
I
that are
don't-
left.
I don't even need to
I'll
get
go.
hurt. I don't get hurt. I can just use walk unnoticed, and even in a chaotic situation, as long as
Nope, because that's not fun. You've got this one, Pulpo.
That sounds boring.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's boring. Do you think I want to get hurt? I don't want to get shot at.
Which is why you're not going.
Die.
I mean,
Purple actually
I
calls
could
you
go
a
too.
coward and marches off to the Tigris and Euphrates River.
he's gonna walk across the freaking ocean to get there.
So that
Actually-
leaves
He probably leaps.
somebody who has to get to the grave. So yeah, you can have this one route because also that's a lockdown area. The government doesn't let people in there. That would have been a stealth thing.
Yeah, that would have been a him thing, her thing.
That only leaves the task of. There was one more. Stand by.
Getting it blessed?
Yes, getting it blessed by Ninsaki.
Right.
That leaves
How?
you. How the heck you gonna do that?
I doubt. No
I
idea.
have an idea.
You can all help
Spell it.
him come up with an idea, but it's gonna be up to Eric to make it happen.
He's
So-
going to shoot a bullet.
Through an Insaki.
That's as
This
far
will
as I-
I'm gonna
Definitely
make
not.
it holy.
This will
No, no, no.
definitely not use shooting.
So
I
I'm-
thought he was going to curve the bullet around and somehow, like, kill all 12 people surrounding a random
Surrounding
Insaki and, save them, and therefore we owed life debt.
What are your?
Except Ninsaki's a god. Full god, not a scion.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
are
Still
your
save them.
callings?
Warrior, leader, and guardian.
You should have a lot more callings than that. Those are purviews.
Sprout.
No, those are callings.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
callings.
You should have more than 3. How many you got, Dwayne?
I have 3. I mean, I have
That's the
multiple
number of
dots.
points we have in
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, because you
dots.
stack dots in them. You're right, my bad. I'm thinking
got-
keywords, not callings.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got a crap load in.
So what are they again?
Warrior, leader, and guardian.
Gonna have to use leader for this somehow. Warrior and guardian will help. Essentially, you're gonna have to find a way to help Eric convince worshippers to beseech the god on his behalf. And then Eric's gonna have to do some kind of sacrifice. He's gonna have to
So-
provide the sacrifice.
Okay, so the Aesir are very much about venerating your ancestors and
Yes, we are.
making sure that the ancestors are taken care of in the best way possible.
Yep.
Equating that with why you need this spear blessed, because one of those who have entered the underworld needs that veneration.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
also you,
Okay.
you can compare the sacredness of mead to the sacredness of this.
It is. You're
Beer.
right. That's where I was. Yeah.
A devout worshiper desires drink. And a devout worshiper should get what they want.
And how can you leave one of your own in the underworld
You can't.
dying of dying?
Dead and
Instead of
still
thirst.
thirsty.
Dead and thirsty.
Dead and still thirsty.
Now you can Do a
It
casual
worked.
miracle and take a divinity die to increase your chances of success
Sure.
using leadership.
Oh man.
You should listen to me because I am wise and lead men.
Yep.
Women,
Yep.
non-binary pals. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Yo, that's our catchphrase.
okay.
One of them.
Yeah, hydrate.
Yeah. I'll definitely do a casual miracle.
Okay, take your divinity die,
I'm all out of libation too.
and then
Cool.
go ahead and imbue a point of legend in anything that has something to do with leaders for your titles.
Commander of Wolves.
Okay, now go ahead and roll. I know you're going to suck at this, but that's the point of the miracle and the scale. Go ahead and roll presence plus persuasion. So we're going to start with you.
Persuasion or presence. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Catastrophic success.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that backfired.
Well, what actually happens is,
Question, because
with the
that
catastrophic
says -3 dice, and he has 7 divinity dice. So is that rolling 10?
it doesn't say -3 dice. It says -30.
Negative. Yeah.
No. It says if you look at what the roll is, it says -3.
Yeah, that's
Again.
that's how that looks when that formula kicks in.
Okay.
That's how the math has to work when you have more divinity dice than base dice. Or Astral gets confused.
It's weird,
Yeah.
but it works.
Catastrophic success. 2 things happen. 1, they provide the sacrifice for you. But 2, future sessions where we use it, Eric, you accidentally pull some of them over to your god. Now that god's going to be mad at you in this.
Oh crap!
Whoops.
Shit.
However, your task is complete. Root.
Hey, they just wanted more justice for their system. Oh, all right. I will bring the blessed.
Root. I'm going to have you roll stealth plus dexterity, even though your power is automatic. Just to see what happens.
There is no stealth, so subterfuge.
Yeah, sorry. Subterfuge
Okay.
covers all of that.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh, kitty. Sorry.
Roll those divinity dice. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, you will succeed in being able to pour the beer on the grave. However, Dad has decided, oh, she's actually doing what I want. It's time to mess with her. And sends the Scion to mess your plans up. You will actually be caught and be wanted by the Iraqi government after this is over.
Great. Another
Desecration
country I'm
of
not
holy
allowed
site.
into.
Correct. Thanks,
Another
Dad.
country.
Jeez.
That makes 12.
Now we
One more,
need
I'll have to bake myself a cake for it.
Sammy to do Sammy's part, which is going to be resolve plus technology. Would you like to increase scale, casual miracle it up?
Yeah. Why not?
So add a point of divinity dice, and then view a legend and tell us which one.
Divinity dice, and then I am going to use Wisdom Bearer.
And roll it.
Yeah.
Roll the divinity die. Catastrophic success.
Woohoo.
You make the cup perfectly, and the cup is used for the task properly. However, when the government catches Root's like, oh god, and bamps out, leaving the cup at the gravesite, and it's so perfectly done, everyone actually thinks it's an authentic artifact, and you feel real bad, because you can't convince anyone it's not.
Oh no.
Oh.
Whoops! I just dropped a multi-million-dollar artifact. Can I
Takahiro!
get insurance on that?
You rewrote history.
You rewrote history. You did it too well.
I wrote history with your book.
And like
I'm so ashamed.
in the next year, there's a whole bunch of Discovery Channel specials about how anyone was able to engineer this cup so perfectly using ancient technologies. Takahiro!
Oh God.
So I need to go, even though the wheat and the all of the plant components are not in season, I need to at least go to a place where they can grow.
That's easy. It's fall in America. But, you know, there's lots of parts of the world where it's still hot as hell.
And
Like Florida.
no, I mean, it could even be where it's cold, but they can still grow.
Sure, pick a spot.
20 feet down the road.
Okay.
I mean,
You're going to grow it in Montana. Got it.
I mean, as long as it grows there. I need to actually go to a place where it does grow.
Okay. Then what?
And I will casual miracle it.
Give yourself a divinity die, and we're going to roll it just to see what happens.
From my
Academics plus best mental.
academics plus...
Or survival, whichever's better. Either brain knowledge of planting or actual experience planting.
Oh, I don't need to plant it.
I know, but we're going to roll it anyways.
Oh.
To see what happens.
The academics, which is 0, and
Survival.
It's probably 0.
no, survival's at 2.
Oh,
So roll that plus your best mental.
All right. Here we go.
Roll those divinity die.
Oh, I didn't.
Catastrophic success. So, you easily procure what you need, and it is the best. Like, it is spot on barley and hops. However, the
So-
strain that you create is actually super
Lackluster.
aggressive and strangles all the normal crops in the whole area, and that's all of them right now. Like that whole region of Montana.
My God.
Yeah, catastrophic success. Spontaneous blossoming of fruits.
Yep.
Wild growth.
Yep. Okay.
Oh my God.
Animals swarm me begging for blessings.
hey, Takahiro.
Listen here, Snow White.
You know,
Congratulations on your first invasive species.
And last but not least, El Pulpo. Would you like to casual miracle yours?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. What about adding scale? Because, you know, you need to punch your way there.
He would just like leap in to the country just from out of the sky, like
Like,
full obsidian wings, just full theme music, like pyro all around him, which is probably more like just the shells that are being thrown up towards him, and just lands in the middle of possibly a war zone and just walks through it, like
nothing.
catching
I'm
bullets,
for
dodging
it.
bullets.
You just walk in there like Iron Man.
What's your best
Yeah.
social trait?
Persuasion.
Persuasion plus athletics.
Also empathy. Wow, I have all the social ones. They're all the same.
Oh no, I sorry, I meant attribute. My bad.
Oh, my best social presence.
Presence plus athletics.
Okay. Here we go.
And just
Oh,
picture your presence roll must be a 5 just because it's like, or 4.
I mean, with presence and athletics,
Oh my God.
Roll those divinity die.
I've just
Holy.
world
Oh
peace.
my God.
if you
How do you have so many dice though? That's 17 dice.
You
you just step a couple and you pose, and then all the bullets fly past you, and then you can take a couple more steps and you pose.
The bullets stop and ask for his autograph.
Just he's posing, and there's this shell of bullets that form around him, and when he unposes, like the shell just bursts and bullets just like disintegrate into like sparkles and stuff as he walks through.
And it leaves a burnt image of him on the ground. And
A tank fires, and the shell just stops in front of him because
it
it's
refuses
shell
to hit him.
shocked.
Nope, no, that didn't happen. That does not happen.
So, one too many things might be clicked, Devin, but I don't care because that's amazing. Also, the divinity pool worked right; it exploded to 10s. There's only 6 of those. So you collect the water. You also stabilize the region, but it only stabilizes when you're there to mediate deals at least once a year, every year. For the rest of your natural life as not as a god.
I will have a circuit that runs through that place specifically, like once a year, and does like a show, and this whole like
God.
the Piece of Mania show. I don't know.
Yeah. The real thing that you have to mediate, though, isn't between, like, American soldiers and Iraqi terrorists. No. What you're really doing is forcing the big businesses that want all the natural resources from the area to stay the hell out. That's why you have to get involved every year to keep an eye on it. That's the real
Oh
thing.
yeah, definitely. Like he'll
Just call it Stable Slam.
Stable Slam. There you go.
Nice.
And he'll like blow up corporate oil rigs and things like that.
Eco-terrorists now. Great.
WWE's corporate takeover.
You pour the libations, and your heroic task is completed successfully. So,
All that to pour some beer on a grave.
Let's make a beer. Pour it on some.
best part is, you make extra, and Root samples it, because of course Root would make extra.
Oh God.
And as real-world anthropologists have theorized, not even alcoholic, just fermented cereal water. Apparently this was a delicacy back then. Doesn't even get you drunk.
Wait, so it's like watered down Cheerios?
Yeah,
No, it's foamy, beer-flavored, watered-down Cheerios.
like
But no alcohol.
Oh, wow.
It's all the
Not
parts of beer
alcoholic.
minus the drunk.
Yeah, it's like cream of wheat.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ah.
That doesn't sound tasty.
Oh God, beer flavored cream of wheat.
Hobby cream of wheat.
So,
Oh God.
she tells you that the demiplane she put him in must be accessed from the place that Pazuzu rests. Pazuzu rests on the peak of Halgard, the highest mountain in Iraq. Once there, because he's not going to give a crap about any of you, you're going to have to find a way to convince him to at least show himself, because the key isn't to Pazuzu. The key is to go there and gather from him the venom of his stinger, which only ejects the venom when he stings a living target. You can't milk it out or anything. Cut it out.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
2, a feather from his wings. And 3, you must bottle the southwestern wind he brings.
What? Wait,
Wait,
what?
we have to go jack up Pazuzu to get all these things?
Maybe. It's going to be up to you how you approach it. You have to convince him to show himself, gather the venom from his stinger, which means someone has to get stung, get a feather from one of his wings, and bottle the southwestern wind that comes when he comes.
I'm just gonna call him out.
Okay.
If you call him out and taunt him and it works, then yes, you would have to actually fight him, and he is also a Titan spawn.
Okay, so just so that
Awesome.
everyone remembers, we make sure that if he is going to stab you, he is stabbing you from the east, or from the west, so that you have western wind that he is blowing, so that you can just, as you're getting stabbed, take out a second bottle to bottle the wind.
A second perfectly made mug with a lid.
Southwest wind.
Yep.
Southwest. Either way, make sure that you are in the appropriate spot, because that way you only have to get stabbed once.
I put the instructions in Discord.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
And last week, when we finally reach the peak of the story, we will begin with you attempting to do that. It's going to be interesting because if you do it as a fight, yeah, half the party will be busy trying to collect the stuff while the other half tries to fight off a Titan spawn. It took all 5 of you to drive off before. You could always gather the shit and try to run, though. Open the gate! Open the gate!
Must go faster. Must go faster.
And then once you get through the gate, you're going to have to find Demuzid and either convince him to come back, or, alternatively, once you know where he is, convince the sisters to stop fighting.
Sounds fun. Let's do it. Actually,
What if we find him first and then like have Pazuzu stab him with his tail?
Pazuzu won't be there because you'll be in the demi-plane.
I totally know how I'm going to get Pazuzu out. But...
Oh God.
You're gonna taunt him, because of course you are.
Right.
Okay, well, denizens, you've reached the end of this session intact, but possibly fate-bound to our aspiring demigods. But have no fear, this tale will reach its epic conclusion next Tuesday. Right around the time the Kickstarter ends. Don't forget to check it out before it does, but we're not quite done tonight. First, everyone gets to vote for any other character in the game for any reason. Each vote allows the player to either freely use 2 momentum on any roll or replenish 1 spent legend next session, which no one has any, so it'll be all momentum. Demigods don't actually have to spend legend much. Heroes! Let's begin with, Takahiro.
I don't know, this game always leaves me gobsmacked. Like, things happened. Lots of things happened. Blown up ground, lightning strikes.
Got zapped.
Yeah. Silver armor,
wrecked building.
gunshots. I am going to give my vote to the one and only Octopus. For a multitude of reasons. One, the only person I've ever known to attack someone by attacking their toe.
Which is also a razor-sharp claw.
And 2, the tag out was probably the most epic of anyone's.
That was the most TV dramatic. I liked it.
Yep, that was fantastic.
It definitely had to be like that slow motion.
When the couples are sitting on the couch, the emotional member of the couple looks at the unemotional and says, "Why aren't you crying? Don't you feel anything?"
He's never gonna see him.
All right, Sammy, what about you?
Oh, jeez. I swear I have things that I think in my mind that do things that decide things.
That's how I feel.
words come out.
I'm gonna have to go with Sean because number 1, wrestling the toe, that just gave me all sorts of hilarious imagery. 2, the goodbye, and 3, yes, there's a third. Wrestling for peace.
Yes.
Stable slam.
Stable slam.
Give him the chair.
Stable slam 2021.
Eric.
I am actually gonna give my point to Ever. For all the amazing. Yeah, she's what? But besides all the translation, thank you. That was done because we need subtitles. The fact that the mug that Ever created is now going to be on Ancient Aliens.
Yes, it is.
For generations to come.
And that show has a lot more viewers in this world because most of it's true.
It physically hurts.
Wow.
Yep. So you can just see what's his face with the hair.
It's not ancient aliens in your world. It's ancient deities.
It's just there, right there with the hands in front of the mug. Just
Deities.
deities did this.
And last but not least, Root.
I am going to give it to Sammy for all those crits.
Oh,
Okay.
You had a fantastic number of crits. It offset all your terrible rolls from
Wait,
last
did
week.
Sean go?
that was your fault.
No, I gotta do Popo still. But continue, Root.
Oh no, that was it. Just amazing crits. I mean, sincerely, how many crits did they roll tonight?
Oh my god.
A lot.
A
Popo.
lot.
Last but not least, Popo.
I'm going to give it to Dwayne for creating the most perfect of barley that now like just outpopulates everything else in that region.
That's all Omaha grows now.
Yeah, you were the last live tweet, and it was all about those grains.
Wait,
man.
did you just
Hey,
call him Pulpo though?
Yeah, El Pulpo.
So he's OJ with pulp.
No, Pulpo does not mean what you think it means. It's the character's native language.
I'm still just having fun with it.
Yeah, when I did that miracle, I imagined like for one split
When he
second.
did that miracle, he was just all about those grains.
Mm-hmm.
For one split second, I saw myself like skipping through a dead field with my hands behind. And they all just started coming.
With a swarm of insects and small rodents chasing you.
And he's singing like the hills are alive with the sound of music.
Okay. Well done, all. Those of you who got rewards, don't forget to use up your momentum next week. Below it all,
Those count as
2
bonus
momentum
dice?
per vote,
Oh,
usable on any roll that you succeed on. Better than bonus dice. Automatic successes. You just get at least one. Alright, heroes. Tell us where you can be watched after this and what cool things people can catch you doing on the internet this week.
At Space Lord PJs is off tomorrow, but watch Hunter because that thing's awesome. And then on Thursday, we're starting our second session of Starfinder. Looking forward to that. And then Friday is Conan. Check that out. And then check out our website, propotales.com, because we put a lot of work into that, recaps and all that stuff. And then you can check me out at cartoon.ninja.
It was awesome playing Scion this evening, and you can find me on the internet as Changeling Ever, and you will find me tomorrow night playing Hunter, and Thursday night playing Starfinder. And if you haven't tuned into either of those, you totally should. They're awesome. Friday night, Conan, which I'm still trying to figure out how to say that one word. Yeah, we'll get to it when we get there. Kvelful. Yeah. Oh no. So, in between that, you'll find me playing Animal Crossing because I love it, or watching Devin play video games like Call of Cthulhu and Control, and yeah, those awesome fun things that we do in the in-between
the
time.
most important one.
Oh, and Sunday, Alien. Yeah. Friday, Alien. No, Friday. Oh, crud. Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Not
crap.
this Friday, but the next Friday.
The next
Oh.
Friday. Okay, yeah. My bad. I'm just, yeah. Next.
I have been and will continue to be Dwayne, and you guys can find me at Made of Kimchi on the internet. I will be here on Thursday playing. Who am I playing? Nibble.
Nibble with the
Nibble.
cheeks.
Nibble with the cheeks in Starfinder. Everyone's favorite douchebag Einar. Fridays on Conan. And then back here again for the last session of Scion. However, I would like to give a personal shout out to let me find his name because I can't remember it. Donguero Labs for designing Vorpal Tales Twitch badges. Thank you very much, and we hope to work with you again in the future.
Dope. The icon's really cool.
Yeah. Tim.
Oh crap. Oh man. I am Tim. You can find me on the internet at Othellos99. I will be back tomorrow for Hunter, playing the woefully blissful gentleman who's been gone for 15 or 16 years. Too many years. And is catching up on all the fun things. And then I will be back on Thursday playing the one and only Lizard for Starfinder. So that's going to be fun. And then Aliens after that. So that's going to be a riot.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, yeah. Oh, God. I've got so
That's
much
why
going
I go
on.
last. This is why I go last.
My brain is so many things happening so fast.
Too many miracles.
Devin.
Yeah, right. Too many miracles. I spent all my points.
And I am Devin. You can find me online at Sorta Sullied, or you can find me here tomorrow playing Hunter, or Thursday playing Starfinder. Got it right that time. Or you can catch me back here on Tuesday for another session of Scion. Or you'll find me lurking on the week and the other random weekdays. Other than that, I will be, as previously stated, playing video games like Control, etc., and the important one that was forgotten, Breath of the Wild.
And I am Eldritch Echoes on the internet. I'll be running Hunter Session 5 tomorrow. They solve the last of the secrets in Ever's character's hometown. Return to Chicago for the Nightmare. Friday will be Conan, the final episode of the Crimson Isle arc, after which Conan will be moving to Sundays. Come see the epic conclusion, where there will in no way be betrayal in Shoggoths. Monday will be Mage of the Ascension 20th Anniversary Edition, Technocracy Reloaded Session 11. They have to steal a starship and crash land on the dark side of the moon. And in October, just in time for Spooky Woo, we will be launching a Cult Divinity Lost story, a Contagion Chronicle story, a Geist the Sin Eater story. Come check all of them out. Don't forget to check out the Kickstarter for Scion Demigod. As previously mentioned, it was funded in 2 hours and has blown through 7 or 8 stretch goals already, and you have about a week left, so go check it out while you can. And remember to follow the Onyx Path and Vorpal Tales on Twitch and leave comments. Join our Discord, link can be found at vorpaltales.com. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/vorpaltales. All of your support in any form helps us keep all this going. Till next Tuesday, we will continue forging a new legend for these 5 demigods. Until then, what do we always say, Sean?
Not today.
Don't stop
Spooky
believing.
Woo?
You have to sing it.
No, not tonight. It's just not. Don't stop believing.
Good night.
Hold on to that feeling.
The sky so far